Perfect timing. Yes, right on. Okay. Glad it's perfect timing. Last minute. Let's cast the chart for tonight and see what's up. Howdy, Miss Anna. See what's in the stars. It's just you and me right now. And a Virgo mistake. Unsupported Virgo. I spelled new chart wrong. Hello, Sagewood Stone. Ah, a lot of spirit by Chiron. Taurus rising for tonight. Look at that. It's been a while since all of our lives for the last couple weeks have been either Pisces or Aries rising. So doing this one at the last minute, we've got Taurus with a lot of fortune in there. I'll take it. And Uranus and Gemini. Yeah. Who's ready for a surprise tonight? Hello, hello. Amanda. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, everybody. Very promising first house tonight. Venus ruled in a night chart. Lady Venus is in Virgo. Not her happiest place, but, wait, where is it? Where is it? In my pocket. I've got my turquoise. We're gonna keep it close tonight because we've got 1, 2, 3 unsupported planets in the sign of Virgo right now. So, but even unsupported, Venus in a night chart does pretty dang good. She's like Jupiter in a day chart. So that's juicy. I find such comfort in when the energy is heavy. Yeah, in food when the energy is heavy. Oh yes, you know, that is a beautiful thing about a downtime. It's like a rainy day, you know, rainy day outside. If it was that way all the time, it'd be a super bummer. But every now and then, it's great. It helps us connect with the things that comfort us more deeply, you know? Fig, howdy, howdy. Good evening, everybody. Mars in the 6th house does all right there. Night chart, all right. In his own bounds right now. So that's an empowered Mars right there at the end of Libra in his own zone. Last 2 degrees of Libra right there. So that's cool. Very cool. Pluto in Aquarius on the midheaven, activating, catching this grand air trine for ultimately where tonight is headed. Time to transform our society. Oh yes, this is the Virgo moon, Virgo Libra lady that AI gave us. I like it. The live looks different today on my end. Anyone else? Did I fail to mirror the camera? I don't know about you, if you remember me, man. Duh from TikTok. You were duh on there? I apologize for not remembering. Maybe if I look at your chart, we will recall. Only 7 of us in here right now. Cozy lives. I wonder if it's gonna be like that for a while, which is great. But look, AI did so good. Look, she's holding her wheat in one hand and her scales in the other. She is a human scale, 2 scales, one holding wheat and one holding nothing. Very Libra. I meant to do a new moon though, so it is a full moon, but nonetheless, cool. Storm Rider, hello, hello. But let us go. We've got Red in here, Mama, sister of Maggie, and Mama of Big Red. Anna, you're the first in the live tonight, so the first chart that we look at, Amanda. You know what? The name rings a bell, Amanda, but I'm glad to reconnect. It's been a wild last couple of years. So many folks revolving in and through my life, and so many charts read. Okay, my life. And you know, it makes it even more intense when you've got that moon in your first house and at Libra everything, where, you know, you really do just care about everybody that you meet. And everybody, you see also through astrology how unique everyone is, you know? So that's just gets you excited about people's specialness. And then what that does is it just kind of swarms you and overwhelms you and makes it to where your hippocampus can't keep track of everybody. And then your Libra Sun and Mercury makes you feel bad about it. Beebs, hello. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I remember you taking a break a while back. Yep, about 2 years. And then we've been running on TikTok for a minute, and now we're moving over here to YouTube because TikTok's being not cool. I'm gonna probably do a poly stream on YouTube, on TikTok and YouTube, see how that works out. But for now, cozy little streams on YouTube. Hope everybody's doing all right. We are in the wake of this eclipse right here, or rather the shadow of it. as it's moving into position for tomorrow afternoon for us all. And this is an unsupported energy right now, and so if you're feeling uneasy or if you've had an odd day, I mean, that's why. So these are just good times to ruminate, good times to meditate, good times to heal, and like Sage Woodstone was saying, just relax and enjoy food, enjoy the things that bring you comfort to the extent that you're able. And if life's dragging you around and knocking you about, don't get stressed out about it. You know, especially with these Saturnian revelations over here. Saturn by the North Node in Pisces is definitely a catalyst of stress for a lot of people. Their disappointment, being disappointed with how unfulfilled or unideal some area of life is. Hopefully you use that disappointment as a conduit, a bridge, instead of a destination. Hope all is well with you, though. I'll put notifications on. Oh, thank you. Yes. Look forward to seeing you here. I was tired, took a long nap. So did I. Okay, why I'm in here late. So, long nap, but we did start at the 9 p.m. time, so I guess it's not too late. And last thing, Chiron by the Lot of Spirit. Nice, nice. All right, my friends, we're going to look at Anna's chart. I closed the whole thing. What have I done? Virgo, bring back YouTube. Where'd our music go? Happy or sad? Sad little clown. Sad little ghost. I like these minor tempo, whatever. Music in a minor key, you know? Maybe it's my Pisces 5th house. Now what am I doing? I am going back to Discord. Hello, Burb. We're gonna cast this chart. Wordle. I don't want Wordle. Anna, what would you like to look at in your chart? I'm glad that you love it. So, it should pop up. What you talking about? Oh, good, y'all talking to each other. Interesting. Playing around with the new chat. Yes, Anna, how did your meeting go? Yes. Anna, would you like to look at your chart? Plus the now transits? I mean, it's always a thing. But we pretty much looked at that last night. What the heck? New chart. At Anna. Plus now. Miss Anna, that meeting in your 3rd house, Saturn in your 3rd today, popping on the other side of where that sun's at, creating some changes, Chiron themes. I imagine Anna is whatever you want to read on my chart. Well, let's remember what was activated for you. I told you were going to have to remind me. Which of your houses is activated this year, Anna? I don't remember. Not even in the slightest. I jumble everybody's together. Is it her 12th house? Is it her 10th house? Is it that 1st house? I want to say your 12th house is activated this year, because I remember that Saturn and all of that business being, and Jupiter's your Time Lord this year. Yes, through your 12th house. The meeting went better than expected. Superintendent was definitely speechless. Well done. Well done. Living in light of that astrology. Laying down some changes over here. Challenging authority. I like that. With the sun, giving them something to think about today. I don't remember exactly what we were looking at your transit, but I do remember that it was favorable for having a meeting. So proud. Congratulations, Anna. So, not sure who Beebs is though. Beebs is Bina, B-N-A. I'm actually surprised that the chat here isn't better integrated with features. The emojis are cool though. Indeed, you would think YouTube would step their game up. Dance with the competition better. But yes, Anna, we we have thoroughly dug into what these Jupiters over here could mean for you. Time to get your life responsibilities in sorts, time to get your health in order, address your body, build your body up. That's what the Cancer and the Moon deal with heavily. And then the 6th house dealing with health, Jupiter, exaltation, very nice, double whammy here. And then on the cusp of your 7th, by that Chiron, time to break some chains and heal. Get healed yourself through the formation of a new or deepening of a close relationship or close relationships, or to heal the people with whom you're connected. This is a beautiful opportunity for some serious growth, all in an air of luck and ease with Jupiter in Cancer here. So that's beautiful. Deepening, growing. It's almost like when you see this, it's like people's, of course, what you do for work opens up the door for connection with people, getting your life sorted, getting your health sorted, building up yourself opens up the door for romantic attachment, business partnership, being attractive, not just physically, but psychologically to the people who we would want to be connected with in our lives. That's what the 6th house helps us get set up for. And so that's what these themes are, locked in for you, intertwined here. But especially this year with Jupiter as your Time Lord and crossing through right there. So beautiful. I love that you're connecting with the community, that you're deepening bonds with us beneath this weather. This implies that the bonds that you form here and during this season, this chapter of your life, are going to stay with you. The Cancer tends to hold on to things. So, our Dragon Warrior. Okay. Who's the Dragon Warrior? Oh yes, you do remember her. She is the Dragon Warrior with the Capricorn right here. Yes, indeed, with Venus in Capricorn, loves her dragons. Saturn in Capricorn, pure Cap energy here by Neptune. Absolutely, Dragon Warrior. Well, Miss Anna, that's what's cooking for you. I don't really see, other than the fact that these changes also that you make down here are going to be automating. It's very exciting 10th house, whatever that could be. Dragon Warrior indeed. Anna probably has a knack for strategy that she has not cultivated, figuring things out and being willing to do things that a lot of people may not have the intellectual and spiritual wherewithal to do. I would not want to back Anna into a corner or threaten anybody that she cares about, because between that Capricorn and this Scorpio on the midheaven, it's almost like the universe would give her a way to get even, okay? Or to get free. So, but yeah, cool chart, Anna. And again, don't really have any recommendations for stones for the activation here. It's all quite well supported for you. Red jasper on your left wrist may be something that helps anchor and open up your midheaven up there. Because even though Mars is well supported and the Moon, they're both still having a rough time because it's a day chart. And the Moon doesn't like Scorpio very much. She needs all the love she can get. All right. How long is this going? A couple more minutes of this and then we're going to move on. Oh, it gave us 2 versions of the same song. That's why it's going so long. All right. Who's next? Somebody say me. First person say me gets the next read. I think I'll do everyone tonight in here. Only 7 of us. Let's go. All right. Me. Whoever says me first gets the next reading. There's a delay. Hello. Chicken, cheese, chicken. Aura, let's read your grandpa's chart. We didn't get to dive into that. I remember you asked that question here. Hello. So I don't see if anybody, I clicked myself out and said hi. Hello, Fig. So yeah, let's take a look at that. You were gonna look, was that in the workshop or did you put that in the guild chart share? Right up here. Oh, yes. Excellent chart. This is very exciting to see. I regret that I wasn't in a spot earlier to give you a more thorough write-up on it, but y'all look at this chart. What do you see, guildies, in this man's chart? First of all, Mars by Chiron in the 11th house in Leo. What, was this man a war hero? Second, this over here, Mercury on 1 degree away from the midheaven, in his own sign. The sun conjuncting Jupiter in the sign of Cancer in his own sign, in a day chart, in the 10th house. This man looks like he could have conquered the world if he set his mind and heart to it. Saturn conjuncting Uranus in a day chart in the sign of Gemini. This man had and Venus in Taurus. This man had a wild, excellent, amazing travels to talk about, and an amazing worldview. Eccentric, out of the box, it must have been a beautiful perspective on reality, and he had the ability to convey it. Between being a Virgo rising, and which is Gemini ruled, Mercury ruled, and Mercury and Gemini up here, this man had the ability to present his thoughts to people and engage them in conversation in a way that would lock them in. So it's really, what an amazing looking chart. What an amazing grandfather you must have had. He would have had to try to not be amazing. He'd have to go live as a hermit in the middle of nowhere. And all these empty houses down here, oh yes, his private life was dominated and driven around by all of the amazing happenings in his public life. Very dynamic. He did go on tour a lot with James Brown, with his band, and then played drums. Okay, look at that. Mr. Performer up here with Mercury retrograde in Gemini. All right. These are the performer signs, y'all, of Taurus and Gemini. Venus in Taurus. Just as a general rule, he would have a gift of producing art that met people. And I like that. Mercury in Gemini, you said he was a drummer. Played the drums, both hands, fast hand. Being able to keep the rhythm of a song really, really well and multitask. Good. And he would have had luck. Look at that. He got luck from famous people, from a network of people. He knew James Brown and was able to connect. So that's pretty cool. So, what are you saying, Figs? I don't understand. So, he's also a golfer currently. Is he a professional golfer? Like legitimately? Because whatever this guy does, an amazing at golf, he probably has some amazing connections. This is networking here. He's got an amazing network of people who he's known and who he's connected with. This is great life opportunity. He probably has some wild stories. Now this is fascinating. This looks stressful, but it is a well-supported Mars by Chiron and by Pluto. This man's reputation and where he goes publicly has radically transformed. He's probably, maybe, one of the reasons why he's perhaps not super famous and all of that other stuff is that Mars and Chiron, because it would have kept him from perhaps getting deep into some very, very dark stuff, right? Because in order to climb the mountain of society in the modern age, and in a lot of civilizations to get to kind of where we are in history, you've got to pay the piper. And we hear stories about people doing that. This is your grandpa saying, F the piper. I'm not going to. This is him walking into one of those weird groups of people doing freaky, evil things to animals, children, or whatever, and saying, nope, I'm out. I'm not connecting with you people, or having a sense for it, right? So he settled down and had 4 children to become a high school teacher and football coach. Oh, that's cool. I bet he helped a lot of kids as a football coach and a teacher, being able to really connect with them and break the chains off of their life and their heart, right? The hard times and things that they were going through. So that is a radical, like this is the chart of a man who transformed other men's lives, particularly young men in his life. So he likely had a powerful influence. He did part-time jobs from time to time. Well, interesting on that, because this indicates that he would have done something out of his career, out of his, rather, that's again who he knows. He would have made some cool friends here. But part-time jobs, time to time, Gemini energy, rotating down here in Aquarius, kind of keeping the same track of things. And again, his worldview, keeping him from doing things. He was a driver's ed instructor as well, all kinds of things with a Uranus, Gemini, 6th house lord, all sorts of things. And an instructor with Aquarius and Gemini. That's a good energy. Also as a Virgo rising, an effective instructor. But what we really are seeing here, I'm trying to tell you, if you talk to your grandpa about it, he probably doesn't want to talk about it with what he's encountered in the public. He's had some opportunities to rub shoulders with some powerful, very influential people, most likely. And then in doing so, he would have gotten probably brought into some parties he'll never want to talk to you about. And that probably kept him from getting deeper in the world of rock and roll and everything else in society. He said, F it, I'd rather just go and take some odd jobs and build a family, because I'm not going to climb, I'm not going to get into this hole with these people. So that really is the theme here. He either went on, this is the chart of a man who either goes all the way or who shuts it down whenever he encounters the dark and ugly things that are looming with leadership in society. It's very, very, very intense placements right here. I cannot imagine that he has not come across such things as I describe in light of the open door that exists here and what he would encounter right here. Now, again, pretty amazing chart for a guy who's got a lot of good personal integrity. Again, nice, attractive to people. Again, he can just strike up conversation, has a sparkle in his eye. Oh, Libra moon, first house, forget about it. He's everybody's friend. Libra Taurus moon, he just loves to take it easy and help other people be comfortable, make the world a more beautiful place. He actually almost was in a fraternity and could have also carried on as a drummer, and he does try to stay out of political conversations. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, he's got a worldview here with his politics that is out of the box, and he knows good and well that he can't share his mind with other people because of how he's going to be viewed. He's likely encountered some truths about history in the past that would offend you, that would offend many people. So that is a wild arrangement right there. He's such a dynamic chart. But again, it's cool to see that he's just he's chosen to take a path of building family and just leading a good life, instead of wanting to, dig into if society itself wasn't broken, a man with a chart like this probably would have ascended to exceptional heights. If somebody with a chart like this wanted to ascend to exceptional social heights and influence, then of course he would have had to pay the piper, as we often see in many celebrities and famous people's charts. But it looks like he said no, and he decided to withdraw and to plug into just leading the best life that he could with his family. That's cool. Very cool chart, Blue Wolf. Yes. This man has had ample alone time, and he likes it, he respects it, he pushes himself into it. I wonder what he thinks with that Chiron on the 12th. Again, spiritually developed man. He may have a skeleton in his closet or two. I don't know if he'd be willing to share it. If you press him about it, he might fight you with an Aries 8th house. Okay. Grandpa, tell me your secrets. Okay. Let's throw hands, young man. Don't come at me, don't press me. But at any rate, glorious chart. And I doubt it's over yet. Maybe do connect with your grandpa, and if you're building anything at all with your life, see if your grandpa wants to build it with you. I wish my grandpa was around, both of my grandpas, great men, and I would love to be able to build something with them. So if he still has the mojo to go out there and play golf, maybe he has the mojo to build something with his grandson. Well, to be fair, he has told a fair share of secrets. All right. So he shared some. Maybe that is with Leo Aries energy. He's kind of proud of his secrets, particularly towards his grandson right there. So he's the only grandpa that you've met. Well, what a grandpa, man. What a really, again, powerful chart. Thank you very much for sharing his chart. He seems like a really fun guy. Great witty sense of humor here. Larger than life presence when he meets people. It's cool stuff. Emilio, it's been a night. Abe, you read my chart right when you said I'd get financial help. It's happened twice today when I wasn't expecting it. Yeah! Okay. In the stars! All right. Well, glad that panned out. Cool chart again, Steel Wolf. Cool. Thank you. And of course, and definitely he has jokes from time to time. Well, he's got it loaded in there. The man can dance. He's a dancer. Social dancer. So, that is indeed amazing. What do you got there, Fig? Whose chart is that? What are we looking at? Is that your grandma? February Y'all cast the charts for me in here, if you would. That's always great to do. Cast your charts. I mean, you don't have to do it now because I'm cooking. February. But if you want me to read your chart, cast it and be like, Abe, here's the next chart. Let's just keep going. There's only 9 of us in here right now. I'll read all of y'all tonight. Let's just go. If it gets the next read, February 9th, 1947 at... what time? I forgot that word. There was also a combo chart, if possible. It's called a synastry chart. Yes, indeed. February 9th, 1947, Morris, Illinois, 7:30-ish. All right, 7:30-ish. In Morris, Mount Morris. Mount Morris. Mount Morris what? Illinois. Illinois. Alrighty. Oh, that's beautiful. I cast the chart for 7:33. Maybe she was born at 7:30. But look at that. Pisces of Mercury. Whether or not that's in the 12th house, if it's in the 1st or the 12th near the ascendant, this person is a poet. Okay? Soulful human being. Is this your grandma? Whose chart are we reading? What do we got? Just had to pop in and let you know your reads are always on point. Thank you, Emilio. Thank you, thank you. Hey, if you would, give a shout out in Wonderland about that. I don't really have a spot for it, but I mean, I did have a spot that I was opening up. But just, go to the private reads channel or wherever and be like, Abe just nailed it with my transit reading. That would be appreciated. No pressure to do so. Go with the flow beneath this Virgo moon. Hope you have a lovely night, just as it crosses your mind and you've got the time. So, she is, it's my mom. She's an artist. Well, I'm telling you right now, beautiful, beautiful way with words. She can talk from the heart very easily and to the heart, but she's definitely not a person to stay on time. That's not her wheelhouse. Let's see. Oh, Scorpio, Jupiter, into Pisces, definitely. She feels the feels. She feels them deep. She feels them strong. And this is a day chart. Oh my. With her sun and Mars in the 12th house in Aquarius. Oh goodness. Your mom is a, loves her alone time. And is a space case, as my father likes to call me. She's just in her head, in her own heart, in her imagination, thinking, daydreaming, and losing track of things. You probably had to grab her arm to keep her from wandering into traffic a time or two, okay, even as a small child. Or was played the piano too, but doesn't anymore. Oh, that's sad she doesn't play anymore, because she probably can make some lovely, lovely music. Let's see. Now, let's see what else we got. Venus in Capricorn. Oh, I like that. Likes to make art that lasts. Something permanent. Wonder what kind of... Does she do sculpting with that? Venus in Capricorn? I've seen that literally in the 5th house before. Somebody be a sculptor with, the mountain here. And Venus having a gift of just being able to, shape rock. And also wanting to leave something that has a more permanent effect, lasting effect. Loves to talk to you about all of the edgy stuff in the world, right? Right? With this Jupiter in Scorpio, she'll want to talk to you about all the hidden dark stuff and be like, oh, no. I know who killed blank, 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 blank. And that's what she likes to dive into. Oh, yes. With her moon conjuncting Neptune and Libra in the 8th house, she certainly likes to dive into hidden things. Discuss the secrets. Maybe that's a point of connecting with you. Yes, no drawings, paint. And she's your right hand. That's beautiful. Well, she certainly, I see between the both of you, a powerful point of connection right here. She would connect with you through metaphysics. She would also want to take great joy in sharing her life's burdens and resources with you, and then wanting to be intertwined with your life's burdens and resources. As a mom, she's and with Libra energy, that's a double whammy here in the 8th house for being heavily driven and very happy. I'm happy to help, she'll say over and over. Mom, you don't have to do that. No. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help. You probably have heard so many times with that moon in Libra. Add Neptune right there. She really is happy to help. Okay. We take care of each other. And I like that as well. That Neptune moon would draw that care from her children and from her relationships with that moon right there. A lot of fortune as well. She can probably look back and see how she has gotten much luck in receiving things, material fortune from people, or even having the resources to help the right person at the right time. And with that Chiron right there in the 8th house in Scorpio, one of two things happens. She either sees the homeless guy under the bridge with her Pisces soul and goes, we're going to help that man, and, it's driven to give him money. Or she sees the homeless guy and is like, you know what, let's go get him a gift card for food because I don't trust that he's not going to spend the money on something he shouldn't, is what perhaps this Chiron Scorpio business would be stirring up, and Scorpio in her core personality. But she would definitely have a bleeding heart and a desire to make a serious difference in other people's lives. I've ordered the blood and liver. Oh, yes, you told me about those supplements. Cool. I'm very excited to hear how that works out for her. What incredible fortune and care from her daughter for her person. And those are really powerful, very powerful supplements. So let's just see. Saturn in the 5th, Leo. Interesting. She probably has a problem with authority between that Aquarius Sun and Mars in a day chart in her 12th, and then that Saturn as the Lord of her 12th in the 5th on the cusp of the 6th. She's bringing that energy into her work environment. So she probably has a story or two about telling off, giving a manager or somebody a piece of her mind. Or if she's the authority, she often finds herself having to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the bad guy, but there she goes. I was going to say she is the authority. Well, okay, then this is her taking command. She doesn't take orders from anybody with a Saturn in Leo. She gives them. Maybe it took her a while to get there. With a retrograde Saturn right there, it probably delayed her becoming her own boss, right? But she would have learned early on that that's what I want to do. I don't want other people bossing me around. I want to be the boss with a Saturn in Leo on the cusp of the 6th. And out of the 5th, you often see this arrangement for entrepreneurs. I love seeing this Saturn in a fire sign on the cusp in the 5th, near the cusp of the 6th. This is quintessential for a person realizing that they are not going to be happy. Unless I make some serious moves and tap into my fire mojo and take charge of my 6th house. So it's a nice arrangement right there. I've actually heard that from an entrepreneur. He told me Saturn in Sagittarius, he says, I realized at 38, I realized that I just was never going to be happy at my job. I was never going to get to do the things that made me happy. So I had to grab opportunity. I had to make a change, or else I never would have acquired the freedom to do what I wanted in my 5th house without conquering my 6th house. Hello, everyone. Joining kind of late. How's everyone going? Macaroni, you're not joining too late, as we started at 9. She's been at the hospital for 42 years, the same job for 42. Works from home, and no one knows how to do her job. They actually created a position just for her because she's so valuable. Powerful. That is some serious command right there. And this is with Aquarius and Leo energy blending in this space. Interesting. So, a precarious relationship with her bosses where they need her. She brings both sides of authority. With Aquarius and Leo, but in the aspect of authority, see, the Leo is the dignified here, right? It is the I am the right thing that you need. Aquarius is the efficient side of authority, which is I can do what you need. And she has both of them, conquering her 6th, opening up the door for her to be the artist that she wants to be. A lot of spirit by Cancer in the 5th. Oh, yes indeed. Good luck in forming long-lasting, deep, and meaningful relationships with her children and grandchildren. She's training 2 people right now because her age, and no one knows how to do it. Wow. Well, that's it. She's gonna be pulling the ripcord in a plutonic 6th house, leaving them to transform, leaving them to change and adapt. Uranus, Gemini in the 4th house. Your mom's having her Uranus return soon. That's so cool. The Uranus return happens about every 82, 84 years or so. So we have so many, especially, as an artist, yes, the Uranus return is notorious for artists making the best work of their lives if they can live to their 80s. Great revelations, amazing epiphanies, a spark and a breaking through of creativity, revelation. How beautiful to have that with that Venus in Pisces on the ascendant. That's so cool. You tell her to look forward to that. That's coming down the pipeline. We need to look at whenever Uranus is going to get to about the 15th degree or so of Gemini. That's got to be a while, or rather degree 14 is probably, even sooner than that. Let's just say, also, I don't know what the orb for Uranus is, people have noticed, but probably like within 5 degrees, degree 12. Yes, I'm making her stick around. Good. You keep her around and you tell her that her Uranus return is coming up. Not many people get to enjoy that while still having the agency to produce art. You tell her that some creativity is coming and some big changes to her home environment and her life environment. How exciting. She's gonna change her family. So, set y'all free. She saves the hospital and people tons of money. Very cool. Well, that's again a really beautiful chart here for setting all of that up. It is curious. Such a helpful lady with that series right there by Pisces. She probably has such a gift at, again, just speaking right to the heart of a person. A unique way of expressing herself, and a smoldering underlying intensity that she's got that most people don't catch unless they get close to her and break the ice with her, and then it all floods out. But what a beautiful chart. You tell your mama that your astrologer was impressed and that she needs to buckle down and get excited for her Uranus return. Why don't you look that up, use your Astrology Master app and fast forward a few years on your mom's chart and see when that Uranus return is happening. Good girl. So, who's next? Whoever says me first gets the next read. Me. Uranus return is so interesting. We don't talk about that one often. It being once in a lifetime occurrence, realizing when I saw my great grandmother going through her Uranus return, like the spark came back to her eyes. Cool. Anna face. Okay, I already read your chart, Anna. I saw you, but you won the game though. Minerva, you get the next read. Macaroni, you were so close. So Anna, you were quick with it. She's on the ball. Just wanted to see if I was that fast. She did. Quick draw. Okay. You will do the Sinistry chart, right? You know what, Aura Steel Wolf, if we have time to get back around to it, that'd be fun to look at. Let's see, because there's not very many of us in here right now, so we'll probably have time to do it. Y'all, this stand wants to fall on me. It projects where it's sitting. Stand by. Ha. There, let y'all see a little closer to the screen. And I also have a bit of a smudge on the screen, so enjoy the glare from my coconut oil over the lens. I see it right there. Hello. Where's s'mores? What are you doing? So let's go. Minerva, do we have your chart saved in here? Give me your birth date, time, and location. I'll cast your chart. Or tell me what your name is in Wonderland. I'll cast your chart. So wait, is my grandpa a Cancer? A Cancer-mini? By the way, what do you mean Cancer-mini? What does that mean? He's a Virgo rising, man. And he does have that super Cancer energy in his 10th house. That's a great, great, great place for that. You do share the same rising. That's cool. Virgo's vibe. A couple little Virgoids. There you are, Minerva. February 15th, 1988. It's in there, though, as Minerva. We did save it as Minerva. I'll just double check. Or you are in here as Minerva. 6:12 p.m. Flowwood, I like that you knew the age. Nice. You know to give me that. Flowwood, MS. Mississippi. I don't see you in here, Minerva. I don't see you in Wonderland. What's your name in Wonderland? Let me know. Let me know. In the meantime, we'll see what your chart's saying. What's your chart saying? Lot of Fortune by the South Node, first house. Power placement right here. If you see a Lot of Fortune by one of the nodes, that is an amazing arrangement. The nodes, they're lunar, so they manifest where you can see it, feel it, taste it, touch it. So is this a lunar point. This is just you having material luck to deal with the themes of the South Node. Very resourceful. Minerva 7. I don't see you in there. I don't see you in Wonderland. I'm trying to find you. M-I-N. There is no Minerva. There is no Minerva in here. Interesting. Well, you're not. Oh, I see why you're not coming up, because I'm not casting charts in the channel for everybody. Hold on just a second. I'll make this viewable to all people. There you are, Minerva 7. I was in the wrong channel. It was trying to pull you. I saved your chart now. You're saved. All right, so Minerva, Lot of Fortune by the South Node. You, and between that and being a Virgo, you are a resourceful cookie. You are somebody I'd want to be stranded on a desert island with, okay? Because you would just have luck in figuring out and using whatever we have. Okay, all we have is a pocket knife and a box of toothpicks and some duct tape. And Minerva would be able to figure out, or rather just have like the raw epiphany, right? The luck of seeing how we could figure out how to use it. Where's your Mercury? Mercury. Oh, you're an Aquarius. Okay. Okay, night chart. Ooh, that's close. 2 degrees here. And down there to 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, you're right on the line. So let me ask you this. We're gonna ask a question right now. Perfect. Mars in the 4th house. So one of two things is happening here. Either you have intense verbal arguments with your brothers, right? Y'all peck at each other, you'll talk, or they, perfect with Aries. Okay, good. So do your brothers fight you, right? Do they verbally fight you, or do they get physical with you? Like mess up your hair, poke at you, pull little pranks on you, mess with your stuff? It's gonna be one of those two things. Likely. Tell me. Because if you have a day chart, that Mars is going to be, your relationship with your brothers will be more cerebral. And if you have a night chart, the relationship will be more physical, where they don't mind invading your personal bubble. So they did pull pranks on you. But the question is, I know even though Sagittarius would make them preachy and make y'all argue with each other, right? There would be less arguing, more of messing with each other. Your older brother was more physical. Okay. I guess another theme, gosh, you've got a really cool Saturn in the 4th house too, so that's difficult for me to read right there if this was a night chart, but it does sound like you're leaning more towards the night chart theme. All right. with physical, because again, depending on your brother's astrology, each of them uniquely, then they would have been more inclined to be more physical or cerebral with you. But you would have drawn out that side where physical contact was not an alien or awkward thing with your brothers. It is for some people. If you have a day chart Mars, almost everyone whose chart that I've read with a day chart Mars, they have a difficult relationship having physical contact with their siblings or their brothers in particular. Like, ew, don't touch me, get out of my bubble. So that's that kind of vibe. So we have what seems to be a night chart with the sun far enough below the horizon to scatter those energies. You're right on the edge. So with this night chart, don't drown, okay, with the moon in Aquarius, and Mercury in Aquarius, and your sun in Aquarius. You probably had some close calls with water, and you probably love swimming, which is good because you should swim as much as you can. So that, because one day, if ever, your car falls off of a bridge, God forbid, and you end up slip off of something into some water, I don't know, you will be able to navigate that, right? That's an important thing, is that if you have something in your chart that indicates potential injury from something, this is a shoo-in for injury from water, then yes, I love water, love swimming. Beautiful, beautiful. Almost everyone that I've seen with a bunch of Aquarius placements in the 6th, or even just Aquarius on the cusp, they love water, they love swimming. And it's almost like their brain subconsciously tells them, or their heart does, that if I don't become familiar with water, then water's going to get me one day. So you need to learn how to deal with it. My chart indicates that I will be injured by, and maybe even be killed by, animals, and wild animals. And why do I have this pathological drive to want to own a bear one day? Okay, I want to own a bear. I want to own a hippo. I want to own a lion. I want to own them all. I want to own a zoo. That's like a dream. And so this, to interact with these things, as well as taming animals in nature, interacting with them, getting to know them. I was the kid who walked up and wanted to pet dogs that jumped and bit me, right? So that, yes, a whole zoo, yes. So this is, I'm drawn to freshwater for sure. Beautiful. Well, then you keep doing that, just like me. By my subconscious and spiritual exposure to animals and understanding how they all think, if I ever encounter one in the wild, I'm going to know how to handle it. That's the deal. And so it's the same thing here for you. By your exposure to water, you're going to know how to handle it. If it ever comes to hurt you, you're going to be like, not today, Saturn, not today. Nonetheless, these planets could use some serious Saturnian love. And so lapis lazuli on your left wrist may be a very friendly energy for you to operate with. If you're wanting material support for your physical person and to prevent physical harm or physical luck in your work environment. If you're wanting more luck with solar figures, authoritarian figures, customers, psychologically, at your job, then I would wear Lolite, L-O-L-I-T-E, Lolite on your right wrist, or if you have that lapis lazuli, slap it on the right wrist and see how it does for you, as there is a nice little streak of gold in that to bring out solar qualities. Get that gold streaked lapis lazuli on the right wrist and would probably be very grounding for that natal sun right there. Neither your sun nor your moon are in a good position to receive love in the spots that they're in Aquarius. So give it to them. Experiment with that for us, would you? Aries, Venus in the 8th house. Oh my. So somebody, and Jupiter in there too. Very good. Somebody likes romance. Good for you. You know, it likely took you a while to get there, to get connected with with people romantically, but whenever you did, you go all the way. That's what that is. This is you being resolved and focused, and you climb to the mountaintop of having a good time. Both, in whatever you do, truly in the 5th house, you just do. You climb to that mountaintop. So you might have to work a little bit at not going too far with drinking or other things like that, because whenever you do it, maybe you're the type of person who says, what's the point of doing it if I don't win? And so it's basically like you turn recreation into a contest. You turn it into a mountain climb. And you see, okay, that's the top of it. I want to get there as quickly and as hard as possible. and nobody's gonna stop me. Nothing stops this train. With a Saturn in a night chart in Capricorn right there, and you also have that energy when dealing with your family. Miss Stubborn. Why are you so stubborn? You probably get from them, and from your kids too. Oh yes, this is a mama whose kids know she's locked and loaded, bullets in the chamber, to say their most feared words. No. No. That's your favorite word. No, 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 no. And you are very good at saying no. With that Aquarius Mercury, you almost say no in a way that makes people walk away and go, thank you. Okay. Great for customer service right there. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. You can have the world's angriest, most freaked out person blowing up on you. It could shred your nerves to pieces, and you would still not let them know. And be like, okay, have a nice day. This is really nice energy for dealing with those very things in the 6th house. I had such a strong pull to go lay in the Colorado River today, and time escaped me. No. LOL, yeah, it's with love. It's with love. Yes, indeed, it should all be with love. Love brings out the luck of all of these energies. So that's the fun for that. Let's see. Chiron in Gemini in the 10th house. Interesting. With Mercury in the 6th. What you do for work will likely become or open up the door for you to engage what you want your life to be about and to become who you want to be as a person. So that's an interesting dynamic that sets you up for, it's like with Gemini and Aquarius, and with Chiron there, you're probably going to find yourself in the middle of other people's problems. This is great therapy energy, talking with people about what's hard for them. This could also speak with Gemini, emphasizing 10th house to your children. It's not coming out of the 5th, but it's almost like your responsibilities towards your kid. So if you have a kid who's sick or something, your life's all about managing them and caring for them. That's what this could indicate. So any problems that they end up having, you lock in and you take those things on, and your life's about that. This could be an indication with Mercury's involvement. Now, with Chiron, again, something heavy, something deep that you're wanting to lock into and help people with. Very meaningful. Around the age of 27 to 30, you probably found yourself becoming a much more spiritual person and much more connected to the suffering and the things that are broken in the world, and willing to talk about it with people, capable of talking about those things with people. Your own trauma, maybe making your life about your own struggle, your own deep wounds, and using those as a springboard to heal and connect with other people. Chiron. So, very, very cool, my Virgo friend, and a good teacher, good instructor you are, with that Virgo energy right there. Virgo Aquarius, oh yes indeed. You're a scientist, an observer of humanity, people watcher. Y'all be careful. If you're anywhere near where Minerva's living, Minerva's going to be in the parking lot waiting on her family to come out of the grocery store while she's eating her French fries, and people watching everybody who walks by. She's watching and she's weighing. There's less Libra weighing here, and there's probably just more like objective, like, look at that. You don't judge, you observe. Okay. I don't know, there's a big dose of Aquarius. Aquarians judge, they do, but it's not in the way that Libra does proactively, right? I very much want to help being a trauma therapist of some sort. I want to help, yes, from my own trauma. It's opened me up to a lot and very spiritual awakening during that time. Thank you, Minerva, for sharing that. Well, it looks like your chart is set up in an amazing, amazing way. Jupiter, Venus, 8th house, gift in helping people connect with their trauma. Aquarius, Gemini, Chiron to the Chiron to the 10th right there. You can just listen to people suffering and have them pour into you. Sorry I worded so weird. No worries. I got you. Hey, my Mercury is in Libra. I am the translator. I help people say, my job before being an astrologer was literally helping people figure out how to say what they wanted to say. So no worries on that at all. I edit y'all's comments in my brain, and I'll let you know if something's unclear. So, but very good, very, very good, very beautiful setup here to be somebody who helps connect with other people's pain and suffering and helps them heal. That's healing fire right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Going into people's lives and helping put out that fire. No, she does not. I looked up there and I checked. Oh, you're right. Ooh, good eye. She just did. So, all right, all right. How about that? Anna's got a sixth sense for that. So, all right, all right. Somebody say me. Next one. First person say me gets the next read. Thank you, Minerva, for sharing your chart. Who's a good girl? Yes. Oh, Anna was the fastest. Macaroni, you're next. Alrighty. And who's a good bird? Who's a good bird? Where's my rat? She's asleep up there. Just sitting in there, looking at me. Why are you being so lazy today? Are you feeling the eclipse? I gave her a piece of bread and she just went, yeah. Both hands, full body, lunged for it. You have the sense for Abe moving to the next reading. No, she's ready. She's ready. So Macaroni gets the next one. Oh man, the lag is nuts. Oh no. No. Ariel, welcome, welcome. Hey, you may be next, Ariel. So we're gonna do Macaroni. All right, is that the same chart we've done for you before? If not, if so, we've got it saved in here. If not, whose chart is that? And I'm happy to cast it. Just on the off chance, we don't know. New chart. July 5th, 2008. Yeah, no, you are for your little brother. All right, all right. Anna is too good. She's too fast. 9:50 a.m. in Savannah, Georgia. Let's see what's cooking for this little mister. How old would he be? 2008, July to now. 17? Oh, Moon and Leo by the South Node with Mars and Leo. Don't let him join. Oh, no, good. That's Mars and Virgo. Oh, by Saturn. Oh, who is this little villain? Let's see. Oh, fascinating. Yes. Let's see. Where's his sun? Cancer and Leo energy blending into his ascendant over here. Oh, he's a broody mister. And he's got his Mars conjuncting Saturn in Virgo. Why so serious, young man? And Mercury and Gemini in the 10th. That's good. Around the age of 27 to 30, he's going to lighten up. And he is, when he meets strangers, oh, what luck dealing with the general public. Does this man like to go to it's funny, these energies, he would really like his alone time. So he probably loves to go out, do fun things, and then he gets burnt out, absolutely cooked, needs to come back and retreat. That's what this looks like. Looks like right here. So, oh no, drowning. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Yeah, tell him with Chiron, Neptune, South North Node, he does not get to go on, and this is right now for this year for him, no going on boat trips with his friends right now, all right? And you tell him to check that weather on his phone, the literal physical weather, before he goes out on a boat or out on a lake or something, all right? No, sir. No, ma'am. All right, we shut that down. We navigate this. But this is a day chart, which makes that significantly less intense. Oh my. Fewer close friends, more, he takes himself very seriously. Definitely wants to portray a social personality, but he's a soft heart. Yep. Good description of exactly this astrology. Absolutely good to know that. So, happy to say so. Mars in Virgo by Saturn. That's interesting. When this guy fights, when he gets angry, he gets real angry. He typically doesn't express it, right? Little things would irritate him. But he wouldn't let it show for a lot of people. But you can tell. Little vein on his forehead, little clenched jaw, and you know what's cooking. But whenever he finally gets pressed to blow up, this is a volcano. This is an explosive rage that finally lets out. And so encouraging him to find an outlet is essential. And this, again, somehow connected to that, hey, Eternal, somehow connected to that are his close friends and romantic partners. Chances are he would have fewer of them because of perhaps his rigid standards for who he would connect with and why, as well as seeing, well, it's just not practical. He may also see that he's not perfect. He's very self-critical with that moon by the south node and Mars by Saturn. For sure. In Virgo. And picks at all little things in his physical appearance and also his personality. And so maybe he's, hopefully we're not dealing, this really would help him not to be, but hopefully we're not dealing with a depressed and angry incel over here, which this really is the arrangement for that, as he just sees that, like, and same thing for women, being disconnected from women with the South Node here, because he sees how far below his standards everybody falls, or how far he himself falls beneath the standard of what he believes the ideal is. Oh yes, he gets frustrated, but you'd never see it coming when he explodes. Definitely self-sabotage if he doesn't have that outlet. Very small, close friends, but large social circles. Perfect. Cool description. Large social circles with such a dynamic 11th house, but very few close friends over here in his 7th. He's a pretty happy guy, honestly, taking initiative in his own life, but a bit of a party animal. All right. Good. Well, and that's the other side of this, perhaps. He has romance, but he doesn't let people get close, which is perhaps even worse than being the broody incel. Somebody who gets out there, puts themselves to connect with people, be normal, but they don't actually form real meaningful spiritual attachments with people. This is the type of person who may end up, getting into their 30s, 40s, 50s, having relationships, but not being able to just, and then realizing that so many of them aren't really founded on and based on real love and human connection, spirituality, and all that. So, let's see. Again, a day chart is great for that Saturn energy over there, but that moon needs some love. You get this kid a gold chain or a gold-plated chain around his neck or bracelet for that. Yellow sapphire bracelet would be cool too. Yellow sapphire gold bracelet, left wrist, maybe something that actually really supports his internal spiritual condition, helps to mature him spiritually here, helps him realize who he wants to be. Talk to him about honor, what he thinks honor means, understanding the utility of it, because that's what this might be. But yeah, interesting. With Saturn here, drawing out her Capricorn side by Mars, it's like he would see what stirs his passions, lock in, and find a way to get it pretty effectively. But again, ignoring the spiritual implications. That's rough. And this is really a big open 11th house here, right? A very, very open 11th. So somewhere deep inside, he's not sure of himself right now, likely. That gold may help, and also just some serious conversation about, hey, you're connecting with all these girls, but with his Venus up here in this bona fide condition, you're connecting with all of these, and a lot of spirit by Venus. He knows how to deal with women, but say, who do you really want? What do you really want in the long term? Who do you want to connect with? You may even be afraid of serious commitment with the moon conjuncting the south node here. So you're saying that makes so much sense. Cool. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Jupiter retrograde in Capricorn. Hard for this guy to find spiritual faith through his pursuits in the 5th house. Oh no. He may have no problem juggling multiple relationships at the same time, is what this looks like. He'd be able to put on a face to each of his girlfriends and lie without even blinking. Very effective with this. This is literally the placement that you would see in like the anti-pope or something. The person who gets into a religious organization, doesn't really believe in it, and then climbs the ladder within that organization, being able to put on the face that they need to other people. In the realm of his 5th house, he would do that for romance, for fun, for whatever. For just being able to connect. He's been through rough things, but I can see that growth in him every day. Good 12th house moon. I feel like I have more of a direction to take with these more spiritual conversations. Well, keep it up, sister. You do have an inroad, for sure. Venus in Cancer over here, his sister, seeing how to connect with him spiritually. That's good. Go out and get some ice cream with him. Say, hey, let's go out tonight. Instead of you with other people, let's us go out. Taurus in the 10th house. Ah, very nice. Oh, getting a sextile to Venus. That is very powerful. And Mercury. He may actually, like this is a great chart for somebody who becomes an artist or through his connections becomes an actor or anything like that. This is really, really an amazing arrangement, an amazing connection of energies here. So while he's out having fun, somebody says, hey, you'd be good at such and such. So he might get into being an influencer or something like that online with this. Very, very, very powerful. Around the age of 27 to 30, he should say, wow, sister, here's this amazing opportunity that somebody brought my way to do this thing, right? So we discussed that morality and karmic balance. The girl situation is very active, but he genuinely opens up about how he's feeling with each new girl, and he introduces me to. We have the same moon sign, so that helps. Well, what a cool connection. Very cool. Try to get him to look at the long term of it all, right? Try to get him to see that sex is more than just the physical side of things, that there's a spiritual component, and it's wrong to form connections with people that you're not going to stay in a committed relationship with. It's destructive. Saps his chi, his mojo, his vril, whatever the kids are calling it nowadays. So, yeah, tell him to think about that. And again, if he's into metaphysics and astrology, tell him, or just wants, maybe you can just get it to him anyway, gift from your sister, left wrist solar stone or gold-plated chain with a yellow sapphire as a necklace or left wrist. That may actually seriously help him spiritually grow and evolve and ground himself. So that was so weird. I clicked out and tried to fix the lag, and then I clicked back in, and it started the live from when you started it today. That's crazy. I fixed it, though, and I think I'm current again. Wild, wild. Okay, YouTube. Going on a roller coaster. A lot of fortune in the second house. Your brother's going to be rich, and he's going to take care of you. Yes, okay. I like that. With that right there, does he get girls to buy him drinks with that Venus in the 11th right there? He goes up and he says, you buy me a drink. Okay, it's nice. Is there anything you can see in the way of education? Yellow sapphire, gold, left wrist. Education? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mars and Virgo, 9th house, Aries. Don't let him go waste his life at Luniversity, all right? You tell him to use that mojo to just research whatever he wants to research. He could probably take control of AI and build something. Build something with him. Build something with your brother. We're living in an amazing age. You're an intelligent, well-spoken person. He seems like he's an intelligent go-getter. There's no reason at all that you should both go and I don't know, go walk through the rat maze and run on the rat wheel of trying to climb society the way that Hollywood and every other thing tells you is the ideal thing to do for your life, the normal thing to do for your life. Why don't you throw that under the bus, and instead of wasting both of your lives running in circles with stuff, why don't you build something now? And then go learn something on your terms with your time. Whenever you have a bunch of money, why don't you go to college then? Whenever you're not going to college for money and getting into debt up to your eyeballs, unable to get a job that's able to pay you a living wage in a nightmare of an economy. So he's got a lot of conservative views, so we clash a bit. But I try to keep that encouragement to expand his horizons with future potential. Yes, the Leo. It's traditionalist is, I think, a really great way to lean with Leo energy. Appeal to tradition. And I'll tell you right now, I don't think that you're going to be, he's pretty stubborn and locked in with how he sees things. But he works at a factory that makes guns as a work study for his high school right now. Oh, that's fun. I'm from Texas, so apologies if that sounds iffy or strange, but I don't trust people in blue hats and button-up shirts to make it on time to save us, okay? You better be able to protect yourself. So I hope yes, Mars and Virgo by Saturn. This is a well-armed man. And he doesn't feel the need to be flashy or tell people about it. He's going to keep his sister safe. No, I understand. It's making a lot of sense with how you word it. Well, this is really, really cool right here. So perhaps he's going to teach you a thing or two, sister. And especially with that Venus by the lot of spirit right there, I think you'll help balance each other out, help each other see where each other's worldview comes from, and perhaps arrive at a closer place to truth together. I love seeing Aries energy blending with Leo and the Virgo, Aries and Virgo in that 9th house, with a big dose of Gemini from his Mercury. Very curious and tenacious in diving into these very sudden, deep things. Talk to him about what he's learned about history. And I bet he'll blow your mind with some of the things that he's found. And you tell him to lock in. You tell him to make it a practical thing over here. Quit running around, quit chasing all these ladies. He needs to build his life up and find a committed relationship and somebody who can actually build life with him. Romance is not the cookie, it's not the goal. Romance is a tool that we use to get to the cookie and the goal, which is a meaningful connection that can build up our lives with somebody whose character we resonate with. So, chicken pooed again. She did not. Okay, just because they're standing up doesn't mean they pooed, but good one. No nuggets. She's just feeling the need to stand. She's feeling randy. I gave her a big piece of bread. She's gonna work at it for a minute up there. Look at her look at it. She's like, what do I do about this? I'll help you, sweetie. Come here, give it to me. She's like, you're gonna steal my bread. Did you just swallow that whole thing, or did you drop it behind my desk? I bet you dropped it. You did, didn't you? Here's another little piece. Okay. Better get that before a mouse does. I'm excited to get into more in-depth conversation with him now. I'm excited for you. Let me know how it goes. And bring that gold. He'll be like, what are you doing? If you, for lack of all money, just tie a yellow string around his wrist. Be like, what are you doing? Just don't ask questions. Okay. So she is too cute. Thank you very much for sharing. And tell him to avoid that water this year. It's activating for him all year long. Especially as the moon is in Aquarius. When the moon is in Aquarius, be like, no. Be like, tell him not to take a bath with a light fixture or something behind him that can fall off a shelf and hit him in the head. Anything like that. Tell him to respect water, all right? Not to be afraid, but to be respectful of it. Trying to ice him out with the jewelry. Good, do it. You're such a good sister. That's so beautiful. I'm so happy for him and happy for you. It looks like you're going to build beautiful things together. Look at that, lot of spirit by a very supported Venus, and his sister loves him and is connected with his life. That's fun. And as the Lord of his midheaven, his relationship with his sister may very well be what opens up the door for his life opportunity and what drives what he wants to do with his life. Do something with his sister. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. What a beautiful chart. So, who's next? Somebody shout out me. Me! First person to say me gets the next read. My favorite part of these YouTube lives is that we can go back and hear our reads again, either by rewinding during the live or watching the video after. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, yes, indeed. It posts it for everybody. Me. Sage Woodstone got to the front of the line. Sage Woodstone, congratulations. Sagewood, what's going on? Do you want to look at your chart and transits again? Y'all, that eclipse is popping off tomorrow. You phrased that amazingly. I made that romance isn't the goal, it's the tool for, quote, written down. I've had 30-minute conversations trying to explain just that. Yay, Faraday! I'm so happy to be able to put my thoughts into a little nugget. I craft these word arrows that I launch out into the world of my Sagittarius moon. I'm glad it resonated with you. Through many conversations with people, heart to hearts. Can I do a transit for the month of December? Can you? You certainly can. What day in December? You have a particular day? December's a wide month. Flopper-doodle, 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 flopper-doodle. I like that look on her face. She's like, what are you doing? Pretty good girl. S'mores, where are you? S'mores is feeling this eclipse. She's acting funny. S'mores, what are you doing? Come here. Don't do me. She just like stuck her head out, chattered at me, and then pushed her head back in. Like, go away. Can we do my solar return, the 24th? Absolutely. God bless. How do we do a solar return? Hold on. We're gonna see how to do a solar return chart right now. There's only 8 of us in here. We'll chill out. Solar return, charting commands, edit chart, delete chart, find chart, my chart, new chart, new chart. Aha! Return. Create solar return charts and for other planets. Okay, okay. Let's try this. New chart at Sagewood Stone. And then we'll do dash dash return. That was simple. Let's see if it works. Oh! No. No, it didn't. How do I do that? I'm gonna click on this. Where's the return button? It's gonna teach me how to do the return. Oh, I have to put the year there. Okay, I didn't put the year. New chart at Sage dash dash hyphen hyphen equals, I'm sorry, return equals 2025. All right. That's how we cast a solar return chart. No, where did it go? It shows it for that day. All right. You know what I'll do? I'll make this simple. Save chart. I wanted to do a transit chart. So hold on. I think I can do this. I'll copy what I just wrote here and do new chart at Sagewood Stone plus Sagewood Stone return 2025. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, there it is. All right. Exactly. Look at that, y'all. The Astrobot exactly cast the minute for the solar return, so we didn't have to cast 30 charts to get here. The very minute the sun returns to the exact position of your birth. Ooh, Venus and Mercury conjuncting in the 11th house in the sign of Sagittarius. I like it. Oh, Jupiter. Oh, Saturn is going to be going direct that time in your 3rd house in Pisces by Neptune. Nice. Retrograde in your 6th house. Not forming an aspect to that Venus. But you know what I bet? I bet that is Saturn's wheelhouse. Sagittarius right here. Sagittarius. Mars, in the bounds of Mars. All right, that's spicy. Where's Mars? Mars at 25 degrees of Capricorn, no support. Mars, transiting. 7 degrees of Capricorn, no support. We have 2 unsupported planets in your 11th house. But first, what I need to check on first is Sagewood Stone. Which one of these is going to be your house for the year? What's your house this year? I forget which house is activated for you. At your solar return, it's going to be the next one. So do you know which house is going to be activated? Since we've read your transits recently. If not, remind me of your age. 9th. Ooh, Venus is your Time Lord. What does that mean? An unsupported Venus by Mercury in the 11th house. Completely unsupported with Cancer, Sagittarius. So what that talks about is, what this means is that everything is going to go wrong. No, not at all. Unsupported just means that circumstances coming at you that are out of your control. From the general public, dealing with the world at large. I like that. In the 12th house for that time of the day to the 11th. Ooh, going and maybe being dragged on a little bit of a trip. Being dragged around, taking some travels. Maybe a big theme. It'll be a 10th house perfection year, but Venus will be your Time Lord, yes? No, it won't. Why did you say Venus? Why did we say Venus? The cusp of your 10th falls in the sign of Scorpio, making Mars your Time Lord of the year, meaning that this arrangement isn't even activated at all in the little list, so I just focused on it for nothing. But even though likely it will still be a bit of an undercurrent theme, Venus is my Time Lord now. Okay. My bad. Mars in Capricorn. Yeah. What a nice placement for the initiation of somebody's solar return in the 12th house. Oh, gonna go live in a foreign land. Gonna climb the mountain of getting there, making the plans happen. How about that? Mars and Capricorn in your first house. From your 12th into the first there. Ooh, double whammy for the 12th, 11th, 12th, 1st. Time to make some changes to your physical person, to your inner spirit, making these changes persistently with an intrepid attitude. Nothing's gonna daunt you. You should have incredible dogged focus on achieving your goals this year, this next coming year, and as well as the opportunity bringing it. You slander S'mores by calling her a mouse when you told us she's a rat. She is a rat, but I'm saying a mouse may get it because I actually do have mice that come in through the hole of my little farmhouse wall. No matter how much I plug it, they chew through. I haven't seen them in a while, but I guess I'm inviting them back since my chickens are throwing bread all over the ground. So, no foreign lands for me. Too many roots here with business. Well, again, might be a theme. Dragging you around. To deal with foreigners, do international business, might be a thing here with Mars in Capricorn. The dealing with foreigners, the traveling to a foreign land, spirituality, psychology, climbing the mountain even higher on your understanding of metaphysics and mastering it. That definitely applies to your business and ties into what you're doing. Hey, Storm. And that's cool. 11. So, big changes this year. But I may be making a big location move with Sagewood Stone to a new market in December. Well, that is interesting. Mars, again, in the 11th, big changes, right, for your, in perhaps the market that you're angling at, right there, the pool of people. And also, again, just being locked in. Capricorn's energy is very rewarding for hard work. If you just keep doing it, which is why Mars does the best here. Just do it. Just keep doing it. And then Saturn pays off. That is the lucky energy there. There are a lot of things that people try that just don't work out. This indicates that what you try this year to aim for will work out. It's very nice. Now, you do have 10th house activation. Your Venus in Sagittarius is indeed activated here. But in this location, at the 8th degree, Jupiter's bounds. Okay, unsupported Venus Sagittarius. Okay, you may indeed find yourself being pushed into travel that you did not expect, but that you're like, okay, this is happy. Unexpected joys being thrown at you and having to juggle them and then them kind of guide you around. You're like, I enjoy this, it's not what I wanted. It might even be a little inconvenient, something pleasant, something fun, something exciting that upsets the apple cart in some way of what you're reaching for. That Uranus is not exactly activated, but to the extent that he does get activated throughout the year by aspects to things like Mars inching his way further towards the end of Capricorn, get ready for some big and very surprising changes to your worldview, your understanding of history, of nature, of science. So that's all the themes. Carry on. Yes, sir. Longer commute for work? I don't know. It doesn't exactly look like that. Venus speaks to enjoyment. Here, I don't really see your commute for work being longer, but I do see your sense of aesthetic being put to work, perhaps, in a way that you did not expect. Your ability to market, your ability to present things to people in a way that they find appealing and attractive may be called upon underneath uncontrolled circumstances. Life happening to you instead of you happening to life in regard to that Venus Sagittarius business. You're also dealing with a big dose of Cancer energy from the location of Jupiter at this time, who will definitely be putting a focused theme on relationships. Relations dragging you around, adventure bringing relationships, relationships bringing adventure. Could be a thing. You said unexpected travel, so my thought was longer commute to a new shop location. It's a fair thought. If we're looking about commute, we're going to be looking at the 3rd house down here. That's what you're really going to be looking at. Saturn is in there, forming an aspect to your natal Mars quite powerfully, in fact. So she is activated. So I like that very much. This is Saturn, and she is in the bounds of Pisces. Ah, yes. She's in the bounds of Mars, so she's very well supported right there. Very supported Neptune as well, being conjunct Saturn in the bounds of Saturn. And forming a trine to Jupiter at 20-something degrees. That's a very powerful Saturn in your day chart. This really powerfully sets you up for you achieving what you want out of your commute. Your regular commute should be something that achieves an ideal that you didn't perhaps even envision for that. You're going to be like, oh, I love this. Or, oh, this is fantastic. It opens up the door, or at the very least, this commute, this change to your life routine should open up the door on your ability to climb the mountain of life and manifest your dreams. Love it. Very, very, very much so. Neptune right there. People in your environment being very attracted to your ambitions, to what you're building. Your family, your neighbors, your co-workers, all being inspired by your vision and your goals. This is what this can indicate. Is that, or even just customers being attracted to your shop. You said, is that my lot of fortune by the North Node in Pisces? Oh, good eye, good eye. Indeed it is. Oh wait, what's this? What's that? Is that in Pisces at 3 degrees? And we have your natal Mars at 7 degrees in Capricorn right there in the sign of his exaltation, activating it by a sextile. So with this, and it is not in your second, it is in your first. It's in the second at the time of day, implying that through money, you will be able to, and through life substance, diet, food, money, you will be able to shape your body, your personality, and do a more ideal version of what you want it to be, what you think it should be. Lots of opportunities to change and to add things to your life with that North Node right there is the indicator. The moon in Aquarius in your first house. Lovely. Not exactly being activated by Mars in either position. So not exactly center stage. But with Saturn's activation, it is activated. Unsupported. Yeah, unsupported. So your emotions kind of being dragged around this year, your relationships, and I say dragged around, okay? I mean, again, being shifted in a way, or things happening to your body, to your emotions, that were not planned or expected. Not negative. Low light, Lolite, low light on your left wrist, or lapis lazuli on your left wrist, should ground that moon and make it to where it's pretty well supported. All right, I'm back to hang out. I had to give the kids bedtime tacos. Oh, bedtime tacos. That sounds like a fun time. So that is unsupported moon, indirectly activated in your first house. This could be themes of you trying to reach for a more ideal body again. And having perhaps revelations of with Aquarius, this is what I should be doing in order to secure my health for the future. This is what I should be doing in order to get a handle on my emotions, your subconscious mind, right? I have low light and lapis. All right. So if you're dealing with physical ailments, physical illness, I would wear the lapis. And if you're wanting more psychological and spiritual support and inspiration, I would wear the low light. I would be more inclined to wear the low light because low light deals with day chart Saturn energy instead of night chart Saturn energy, and this is in your first house, and that inspiration to make the most of what you've got is probably a really, really good thing. But you might find yourself experiencing revelations of change that you feel needs to happen or ought to happen, but not really seeing a way to make it happen. Internal changes, personality changes, physical changes, and then being perhaps tempted to depression, shame, or guilt as you see how far beneath the ideal that you may be presently at. And then it's like, oh geez, how do I get to where I need to be, right? So there could be some of those revelations throughout the year. Y'all, if we looked in the mirror long enough and hard enough, physically or spiritually, we could all see things wrong with ourselves, which is good when Saturn brings that, because there's always more to grow, always more to do, right? So don't let these revelations bully you and push you around. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, Saturn, you could sit down and shut up, because I'm doing the best I can with what I got right now, but thank you for letting me know, Grumpy Grandma, that I need to make some changes and showing me where I might be able to make some changes, you know? So, but again, yes, support that moon this year with that low light, and it may not even be as though it is unsupported. Great, again, Saturn in your second house, and not in your third, in your second house. Your money, your shop, your dreams, manifesting and being more attractive to other people. Your wares as a salesperson, with the things that you're selling, your wares becoming attractive and enchanting to people with Neptune right there. It's really cool. This is an amazing placement for what you're trying to do, the moves that you're making. I'd be very encouraged by that. Jupiter in your sixth house, activated by an opposition. I'm going to say you may have the need again to, while you're pushing yourself to climb the mountain of life, you're going to realize, okay, after carrying all these boxes, I'm getting out of shape. I need to start taking care of myself. That may be a theme as well, right? That kind of thing, where you're like, okay, there's some work that I need to do in light of past retrograde, in light of where my health has been. I'm seeing the present limitations that it brings me, and then I'm feeling the need to, with Ceres here, to care for myself so that I can be who I need to be for my relations. That could be a revelation this year, and a big driving force. I'm still going to consult my cards. I think I'm going to make the jump to the new market. I already sent the email to open communication with new management. Cool. Well, the stars look amazing for this coming year for you to be making changes in the realm of business. Great material success through hard work with that Mars in Capricorn. You know, there are a lot of people who work hard and it just doesn't pay off. So it's cool to see Saturn transits involved here and an exalted Mars where it speaks to exactly that paying off for you, your ambitions, pushing you forward and paying off readily. So, very powerful. I do not see other things being activated here. All right, your Jupiter and your Saturn in the 8th house being activated. Time to help other people, or get help from other people. Time to connect with people. Lots of that being opened up to you, and that actually through other people's stuff and your pursuit to assist them or help them with their stuff. This squares that Mars, puts it to work, gives it an opportunity, something to climb, something to build, something to do as an entry point. So either people helping you with your stuff, you helping them with their stuff, Libra, 8th house, shoe in for that. Seeing a way to bring order to things, putting that Mars to work, setting up the opportunity for work. Mars loves a good square. He's the energy of the square, and he's exalted on the business end of that square. So that is pretty cool. Both helping and being helped are still happening too. Indeed. Well, this is a really great arrangement for that very thing. Actually quite potent in that regard. So I do not see anything else getting stirred up here other than that natal Pluto transforming. The way that your life connects to other people, radically going through a metamorphosis, and that metamorphosis resulting in the metamorphosis of your worldview, your politics, your spirituality. Between that Uranus and that Pluto right there, expect to have the way that you look at the world transformed by a few things this year. So, Thank you very much, Sagewood Stone, for sharing your chart and these exciting transits, opening up about your life. Looking forward to it. A little piece of fuzz flew in front of my eye right there. Little chicken fuzz. We got a chicken nugget. We got a chicken nugget up there. First person to say me gets the next reading. Hello, chicken. Hello, chicken. Yes, you're a good, clean chicken. Thank you for the insight. You're most welcome, my friend. Oh, God bless America. Oh, it finally happened. It finally happened. The leg on my stand gave out. Hopefully I can get it fixed. Stand by, y'all. Sorry for throwing you around. Hopefully nobody had vertigo or something triggered from that. The chaos, and maybe you caught a glimpse of what exists behind the camera here with my storage unit of a room. My family, my dad has moved in here from his house with 80,000 things. And all of my brothers and sisters-in-law stuff has been piled in my room. I've got like a little mass over here. So, alrighty, well that was something. Let's see, what am I doing? So, apologies, rip. That was a wild ride. Yeah, that was a full flip right there. I don't exactly see how to tighten the camera here again. I think I broke something. It's gonna be jiggly. We'll figure all that out later, but I need to do something about that leg. All right, the stand has had a heck of a ride over the last few years. So, y'all, again, apologies. Put that right there. I don't even remember what I was getting up to do, but there we go. Also, I guess we won't plug that in until, maybe that's the problem. So, we are back. My apologies. Meow. Me. Ariel, you get the first read. Congratulations on the fastest meet. So, Ariel, do we have your chart saved in here? No, we don't. So I'll be happy to save it now. Give me your birth date, time, and location in the chat. We'll read your chart. Yes, I would love to. Please do. Now, we can always do your family chart. Ah, yes, I was giving the chicken, I knew. Okay then. Okay then indeed. Sorry for the little adventure there, y'all. Chicky. Clean, chicky, clean, chicky. So, waiting on the birth information. No rush. I stepped out. I missed a catastrophe. Yes, I knocked my camera over and it spun in a big circle. I'm gonna take this video down so that y'all won't be able to go back and find the clip of my room. Okay, it really is quite bad. So, the 12/30/2024, 2:43 a.m., Houston, Texas. Oh, unsupported Virgo moon in my 11th house. Oh, come here, s'more. I promise we didn't see anything. We didn't see anything, but was a blur when it fell. Okay, thanks for the feedback. 12/30/2024. Oh, she's a little baby. Y'all are like, don't take the video down. 2:34. All right. Better not see any screenshots. 2:43 a.m. Honor system. It's only 11 of you in here right now. Houston, Texas. Little Houston baby. Oh, the rat has joined us. Hello, Schmore. You may not climb on the volume. Right here. happy to eat right there. Little rat, look at her just chowing down. Oh, did the rat get some of your bread? Oh, just terrible rat. Chickens have been proven to be as smart as having the reasoning capability of dolphins and chimpanzees. Wild. They're brilliant, brilliant creatures. They don't have the emotional intelligence, but they have the logic intelligence. She's a smart girl. She's like, rat taking my food. About to be 9 months old. All right, let's look at this little princess's chart. Did you say it was a daughter? This is my daughter's chart, right? Yes. Oh, we got a little Scorpio. Day chart, night chart. Day chart, night chart. It's going to change everything. Where's that day? Is that the sun right there? We got a night chart. Oh, she's a new moon, baby. In the second. Don't take this girl's french fries. Okay? With that sun and moon right there at Capricorn. You're like, with that Capricorn moon, you're going to be the type of mom who goes, Mama bought the french fries. Mama cooked the french fries. Mama's going to eat the french fry. And you probably actually do need to take her french fries so that she's not so uptight about her stuff. Okay? You'll have to do it sparingly. So, but she's going to, Mercury in Sagittarius in the second house. She's a messy eater. Okay? Yes. She experiments with her food. Or she will whenever she starts playing around. Let's see. Scorpio night chart. Beautiful. With Mars and Leo. Oh, retrograde in the 9th house. Oh no, Mom. Oh no. She's going to feel the need to challenge you and challenge the world for what everybody believes. And with Capricorn, Scorpio, and Pisces. Oh, with Jupiter, Saturn being in Pisces. She's getting, and Jupiter in Gemini. Mercury in Sag. Oh, she's getting a full kit here. Many, many energies. So she's getting Scorpio and Cap here together with a big dose of Pisces. What a dreamy little bug. In terms of having dreams and probably, yes, having readily well-developed bone structure there with her moon in Capricorn and that getting into her first house. With Mars, we always see a little martial Aries, Scorpio energy, and some of the most stunning beauty, some of the most attractively people to other people have a little dash of Mars energy in there a lot of the time. Venus and Aquarius in the 4th house. Oh my goodness, Mom. Between that placement right there and that Mars in the 9th house, she is going to challenge convention. She's not just going to accept that things are what they are just because Mom said so. She might for a little while, but eventually she's going to need to understand the reason why things are how they are, and she'll probably enjoy pushing the envelope with that Mercury in the 4th house. Giving you a run for the money. Being a little bit of the family black sheep down here, a weird one, with that Venus in Aquarius, she'll enjoy. This is not the daughter who you get the same gifts as the other siblings. Like if you're like my mom used to do with 4 kids on a budget, she would buy us all, like she'd make sure with her Libra moon that everybody got the same gift, right? The same thing. OMG, I gotta lay the mat down. It goes everywhere. She goes everywhere. Well, or her food does, huh? When she's eating with that Sagittarius Mercury. Cha, cha. She experiments. She's adventurous with her food. But that Venus in Aquarius in the 4th house, yes, indeedy. She's gonna feel the need to want to be different than her family a lot of the time. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna have to push her. Like, come over here and do this thing with us. No, I just want to watch. Just want to listen to my music. Just want to whatever. So you're probably going to have to push her a little bit to draw her out of being withdrawn at times, especially around family things, to participate with the family instead of just observe the family would be an occasional theme there. Yeah, with a big dose of Pisces blending in. That's fun. Pisces and Gemini. Definitely fun. Very, very weird. She'll enjoy perhaps being even able and willing to share what makes her weird or unique with her family. That's where maybe where she'll even find it, find where she find her weirdness with her family, through her family. So just help her. I would go out of my way to again give her the option for being different and unique in whatever circumstance. Give an outlet for that, if I wouldn't buy her the same Christmas gift as all the other kids, kind of a thing. Try to mix it up and keep it fresh. because her sense of aesthetic, her sense of music is going to be a little bit out there, perhaps, with the Gemini and Aquarius energy blending into that Venus. And with the Saturn and Pisces catching much the same, yes, certainly. She's going to have a very artistic flair that other people find fascinating and alien, avant-garde. So she'll probably want to dress that way too. Even though there's a big chunk of energy here that will incline her to be a pretty shy or reserved person. You're like, yay, yay, she's gonna be your weird one, and you're gonna be so happy to help her find her little weird path here. And whenever she does challenge convention right here, challenge what you believe, challenge your worldview, challenge your husband's worldview as well, especially with Leo right there, that should be a big part of what connects her. Discourage her from joining the military with that right there. Like from the beginning, why don't you start sowing those seeds and be like, if you're going to want to fight for your people and get glory and honor for your people, why don't you fight for mom and dad and be part of, our family and build up our tribe? We're not just interested in just being a little family unit in the machine of the world. We're a tribe of people, Let her know that she's part of your community, that she's part of your tribe, that you have a future, that you want to build things with her. You don't just want to throw her off to college and ship her out the door, check all your little Virgo boxes of raising your kid, and then kick him out the door and be like, bye. Let her know that she's going to be very driven, I think, to, if not with you, to want to create, what is up with this music? It's very whimsical. But to want to create a new tribe. She's going to want to serve her tribe, serve her family. And if it's not you, she's going to want to find another one. My goddaughter, Seneca's like, I love this child. So she definitely will get that shyness from her dad. So brought out from her father right there. So she'll vibe with dad in that regard. But let's say this, with that Mercury in Sagittarius and Jupiter in his location in Gemini, she's probably, whenever she gets talking, she's got a lot to say. All baby speak, right? Loud, very engaged baby speak. Tell me she doesn't, especially over food, with food in her mouth, over her things, over her toys. She's very outspoken about her stuff. Perhaps her first word here will be mine. Okay. Indeed. This is a little chatty bubbler right here, little chatty. But then she gets real shy when strangers are around. Okay, you're like, yes, I love that. I love this. But so this is her. She's gonna love to cook. She's gonna love to learn about cooking. Why don't you take her into the kitchen and explore food, adventures with food, experimenting. Mom, look at this new idea. She'll have new ideas that she'll want to try with that fifth house, with that fourth house, and that Mercury. It was Dada. Oh, was it Dada? That's so beautiful at 9 months. So yeah, you know what? I will say, between her sun and her moon here, the sun is more well supported, with a closer conjunction to Saturn right there. But they're both catching some love. And so a more readily strong relationship or attachment to daddy than mom. But both of you do have a strong relationship. This chart also indicates that she would be an influence on your life to bring you both together. You'll both be very focused and unified on helping her climb the mountain of life. That's very interesting to see that. Her ambitions, it is interesting. This is the chart of somebody. I've literally read charts of people who were restaurateurs and they had such placements as the sun and the second, and they started a restaurant with their dad. So starting a restaurant with her family may be a thing. Or through learning how to make food with her family, you see those people who sell like salsas and other stuff like that, homemade things that they've made, and then they sell them to H-E-B or Walmart, and they pick them up. So she might be able to make some kind of food that actually becomes her ambition, selling something to people. Making jewelry or whatever may also be a thing. Yes, I feel this already. Well, you start working on that from the beginning. I'm glad that you feel it already, that she's bringing y'all together. And again, bringing you together through, particularly through enterprise. Hey mom, hey dad, let's secure our future. Let's get some cows so that we don't have to rely on other people for our milk. Let's get some eggs. That may be a serious conversation. She may just by herself inspire these things in both of you with that moon and that sun right there. Capricorn energy, you don't want anybody. It's very independent energy. You don't want to rely on anybody. You want to be self-reliant with where this energy comes from. And so what this speaks to is that is you securing her material existence here. You being driven to climb, you as a mom and him as a dad being driven to climb the material mountain and provide real security. Having a bunch of money in a bank account isn't security for your family's food. Having a cow is. So that's the deal. And so there might be some revelations like that. She may push you into it and love participating in all of that fun stuff. A lot of fortune in her first house. She's your little lucky rabbit's foot right there. You just make sure you carry her around everywhere and good things will happen. Okay, truly. That is nice. That's nice. I love seeing that in the first house. And I have had people so many times, clients tell me, you know what? My friends and family do say good things just happen when I'm around. So it's really nice. Libra 12th house. Very nice. Charitable with herself and her thinking. Might be a little bit worried about, in her alone time, about what people think about her. I love that. Leo, Capricorn, 10th house out of the second. Yes, indeed. You're going to start a family farm and then she's going to want to run it. That's what that looks like. Lots of babies. North node in the 5th house. They might come a little slower for her. Chiron in the 6th house in Aries. Be careful around those fireworks, all right? And when she's playing around the fire, that might be a burn, as well as a head injury, all right? This is a day chart, so let's be extra careful. Oh, no, night chart. Okay, good. Night charts are even better. But just, this is not, for the love of St. Pete, I have had Chiron activated so many times in my 6th house, which is Aries. And I have not had any head injuries since getting into astrology. You know what I also do, though? Whenever I notice that the moon is in Aries crossing Chiron, I don't go outside and lay beneath the giant tree limbs that are swaying in the wind and go, okay, universe, let's pop Abe on the head today. No. We're mindful. So you just be mindful of whenever that moon's crossing that Chiron, and be a little careful. JDW, you sure? Hey, I do have that head injury right here. I don't know if y'all can see too clearly on the live. I got a scar that goes, it's hard to find, but it goes all the way down my face. This other scar right here, another one. I got in a terrible car accident at the age of 4. Head, face all seriously messed up. Flew 50 feet out of the car. It was wild. It was a miracle on Christmas Eve and got to go home on Christmas Day. But I attribute it to Christ and people praying. Like, seriously, miracles have happened in my life. The EMT people felt my head moving. But anyway, Aries, 6th house, day chart, head injury, right? I could have been legitimately broken my entire life, but I had all these people praying for me, and I was miraculously healed. They had to fly me in a helicopter to the hospital. I got healed, got to go home the next day. But yes, Chiron. And it's so crazy, looking back at that transit, I don't see anything in my chart. I'm gonna look at it again. I've looked at it again and again, and I don't see, that's what's most disturbing to me, I don't see something that speaks to such an injury. So I wonder. What I do see is something that speaks to somebody causing a problem, trying to get me. So that actually makes me a little paranoid with my Scorpio. Why does the government want to record every child's birth time? Why did that start happening? We know that a bunch of evil sorcerers are running everything, evil demon-worshipping sorcerers, so they are interested in people's astrology. I wonder if there's a division of people tracking new people's birth times and then going out of their way to try and go and eliminate people who seem like they'd be a problem. My chart indicates that I would be a heck of a problem. So I wonder if the freakish things that happened to me at the age of 3 and 4, where there's no astrology to indicate anything other than somebody trying to get me, that people maybe tried to get me. And then I was like, I was divinely protected. That's my Scorpio coming out. But that legitimately may be a thing. So whenever I see people with really intense astrology, I caution them, as I caution all people, the only thing that will keep you safe from the devil in this life is you clinging to the light. Don't you turn to the dark. Because as you can't fight darkness with darkness. It doesn't work that way. And there's no fighting these monsters with what they worship and the people that they're connected to. So again, I attribute people praying for me as why I am alive today. And so pray for your little bug with that Chiron right there. And always do what you believe the right thing is. And your family will be safe. I do believe that. They need us. They need us to be degenerate. They need us to be vile in order to have influence over our lives. That is a 100% their agenda. But anyway, little sidetrack there. Chiron, 6th house. Don't be afraid of it, all right? But keep an eye on whenever it's activated, Ariel. Learn how to track your activated astrology. This speaks to potential injury in that way. What it also speaks to is that she would love to do something like help people heal with Chiron. Heal past their injuries, like active release technician or a reflexology therapist or something like that. Might be something that she really leans into. With Mars and Leo in the 9th house, again, fascinating. I don't know what that may be out of her 9th. Something that she learns and wants to take charge of, driving that down there. So, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like she will have an opportunity. Whatever she ends up doing, she'll want it to be serious and deep and intense. If she has children, she's going to want to she's going to be large and in charge. When it comes to work and it comes to chores, this is a little bug who takes command of her of what she has to do when she has to do it. She may want to fight you at times, right? Whenever you try to get her to clean up or do her homework, she'll come across as very lazy with that 6th house Aries. But whenever she starts working, then she goes hard and fast. Boom, 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 boom. She'll be an amazing worker, and she'll even want to fight people who call her lazy. I'm not lazy. I just didn't want to do it right now, right? That might be with that Leo Aries energy. Be careful with that. Moving forward, you don't push night chart Leo and Aries energy in the 6th. Don't call them a lazy person unless you're wanting to motivate them and poke the frog to watch it jump. Uranus, retrograde 7th house. Venus in Aquarius. Oh, look at that, Mom. She's going to really want to filter her friends through her family. Make her family into her friends. How about that? And whenever I see this is somebody who met their romantic partner through their family. So no dating apps for this bug. She's going to do it the right way, and she's going to go, I need my mom's and my dad's approval before I marry you, or before we even date. Yes, lock it down. If you had a good mom and dad who loved you and supported you, that's a good thing right there. And so this is her seeking y'all's approval, or with Venus in Aquarius, maybe wanting to stick it to you. If you weren't good and loving parents, then with that placement right there, she would want to stick it to you. So keep raining down that, and you do have beautiful energy, and I'm sure you are very loving from all the things you've said. So that turns it the other way around, where she's going to see in order to serve her people and her familial interests, she will connect with people or not connect with them. So stop. That's so me too. It has to be when I want to do it. Well, that is funny. So both of you are going to butt heads over doing the dishes. But again, lovely energy here. This is a great chart for saying that her close friends and romantic partners are going to come from her home environment, through her family. I can't tell you how many people's whose charts I've read who said, I met my husband, my wife, through my family. So it's basically up to you and your husband to arrange her marriage for her, okay? Go full 300 years ago. Arranged marriage doesn't have to be forced marriage. You just set her up on a blind date. We really like this Billy kid. Why don't you go? We called his parents. We set you up on a date? That kind of fun thing. And Aquarius Taurus really does look like a blind date. Love that. Okay, love that you love that. Oh yeah, Jupiter and Gemini in the 8th house. She might be a little bit of a gossip. You're gonna have to teach her not to. Okay, that right there. She's gonna love sharing the deets with people and have a gift at getting them to open up to her about their secrets. Thank you very much for sharing this beautiful little child's chart. I think she's going to be a force of nature in the world, especially with loving mom and dad to raise her and launch her out into the world. Next person who gets the read, shout me. First person shout me gets the next read. Me. Do you have a strong memory of that happening? Being that young, I actually do have some really strong memories. It's really crazy stuff. And there are things about the situation I don't remember. So, particularly, I'll tell you, y'all ask me about it in Wonderland sometimes. Crazy stories. Particularly that first one. I was tempted to lift up my shirt and show you my stomach. I've got a radical gash on the right side of my stomach. Looks like I had a chunk of my liver removed or something. And I ran through a door at the age of 3, just a few months before that car accident. So, Eternal Mystery says me. All right, Eternal Mysteria, you get the next read. Give me your birth date, time, and location. I will cast your chart, or let me know if you're already in the queue. I'll pull that up. Or if you're in Wonderland. Happy music. What is this happy music? I like this version of this song. Yes. Give it to me. Happy. Happy, happy. Chicken. Your dust is causing the mouse to move. I have you right here, Eternal Mysteria. I haven't even been marking y'all's names off on the queue. So because I haven't been doing that, this isn't going to use your spot in the live queue. We won't do that tonight. I appreciate y'all being in here and hanging out with me as we're starting up our YouTube journey together. Oh, S'mores moved the piece of bread over here. S'mores, did you get your full and run away? Where'd you go, S'mores? Y'all, I lost the rat. 11/10 1977 at 10:18 a.m. in St. Paul, Minnesota. That is Minnesota, right? Yes. I got you. Oh, thank you for typing it out again. Thank you. Our scars tell the story of our lives. That's so interesting. I'll at you in Discord later if you're willing to talk more about it. I will. Crazy stuff. Both miraculous. When I got to the hospital with that gash in my side, the surgeons freaked out. The ER doctor and said, listen, it missed all of his vital organs. I had a big piece of glass in me, and they said that I could not have made a better incision myself. And it was deep. So let's see. Oh, lot of fortune by Neptune in the 12th house. Ma'am, you have had some profound luck at discovering things about psychology and spirituality, knowing yourself, even wonderful luck dealing with foreigners or maybe taking an extended trip in a foreign land. Never had a reading, so please tell me what you want to tell me. All right, Eternal. That's the first thing that caught my eye right there. Beautiful, beautiful luck and fascination with the foreign, with the exotic. Oh, you love big animals. You love them. Tell me you don't have a love and an affinity for eagles with a Sagittarius 12th house. Big, big burbs. Go look up the Philippine eagle. That's a really cool one. The harpy eagle. It'll speak to your soul. You are a Sagittarian, Sagittarius rising. All of that dormant Capricorn energy in your first house, so on occasion you find yourself switching from the extreme optimist to getting a big dose of pessimism. Oh, yes! Look at all that Scorpio energy in a day chart. Good night. You have no shortage of very intense and very, perhaps even very ugly at times, stories with strangers. Your life is about crisis. Dealing with not only your crisis, but other people's intense stuff. When you talk with strangers, you do not have casual conversations. You have intense conversations. You hate small talk. Loather of small talk. But you can turn a small talk. You have deep and meaningful conversation. You're able to turn a conversation there. You're encouraging. You're outgoing. Your first energy when meeting people is fun, eccentric, intense, and being willing to speak your mind to them. But you certainly want to talk about something that matters instead of something that's, trivial. Where's Jupiter? You don't talk about the weather. You don't want to talk about somebody's rubber stamp collection either. You want to talk about the themes of the spiritual. Let's see. So, Jupiter in Cancer in the 7th. Lovely, lovely, lovely. In a day chart, you have had profound luck at being able to hold on to, deepen, and even make friends out of enemies and exes that you've dated, right? People that have become enemies or if there's been hard feelings or stuff like that. This is very merciful, very generous energy that you bring into those relationships. You are getting a big dose of Cancer into this energy, which at times may make you a bit of a... I don't like to call it manipulation. It becomes manipulation when you do to others what you would not want done to yourself, and you do not like being manipulated or manhandled, for sure. You would shut that down in 2 seconds. And so that sensitivity that you have against that should have served already up to this point in your life as a safeguard against crossing those lines with others, particularly your close friends. But you are very gifted at getting two friends who are fighting each other to talk, at helping people mend relationship, or finding a way to mend relationships yourself. So I see y'all going Jupiter in Cancer. Very, very nice in a day chart in this location. Powerful, powerful luck. Retrograde. Interesting to think about what an exalted Jupiter retrograde is speaking to. Other than perhaps for a period of time until around the age of 27 to 30, you perhaps felt that your generosity and the opportunities to connect with people, to deepen your relationships, were engaged on impulse, and maybe even missed and slipped through your fingers until you gain traction at around 27 to 30, your Saturn return, where retrograde placements tend to sort of blossom for the individual. Let us see. But yes, anyway, God sent. Your friends can't keep secrets from you, that's for sure, with that Jupiter in there. This is luck at figuring out what's exactly going on and sensing and being so generous in your dealings with people, your closest friends and romantic partners. And you would, with that Mercury right there, have in the 11th house, have quite the revolving door to close friends and new attachments that form. This is new people entering very close to your heart. You let them in quickly, and perhaps they leave just as quickly sometimes, with the Sagittarius and Aries energy. But with Jupiter in Cancer, it's like, even if you haven't seen somebody in 5 years, it's like it just picks right back up where it left off. Those heartstrings able to survive a drought perhaps more readily than with other people's relationships. Let's see. Mars and Leo in the 8th house. When you go to help people with their life problems, especially with Scorpio energy, you lock in and you take control. This is command and conquer energy when it comes to, okay, all right, I'm going to help you, but we're going to do it my way. That's what this is. Whenever you go to help people with their problems and their issues. And with that Saturn in there, you want to help them in a way to where you don't have to help them again, right? Let's just get this done once and for all. I'm not going to help you move out of your third boyfriend's house after I told you not to move in with this guy for the third time, kind of a thing, right? It would be something that you perhaps would communicate to somebody. Nope, I'm not there. But you would be the person to help your friend who calls you maybe the first or second time. Hey, I just got pulled over for being drunk and I'm in jail. Can you please come bail me out? And then this is you being more than willing and able to do that once, maybe twice, or the third time you're like, we're going to check you into rehab because I'm not doing this again. So that's the kind of energy that you would likely bring whenever you're going to help people with things. And again, with all that Scorpio energy, helping people with some very, very edgy things, there's almost like there's a part of you avoid conflict, you avoid negativity, you avoid all of the danger and the ugliness. You're very aware of how it all happens in the world. But actually, whoa. I don't know if you really avoid it too much because your Venus is involved. There she is. You may actually find yourself liking it and being drawn towards it. But one way or another, whenever it finally happens, there's a part of you that comes alive and is able to really dance in chaos. A part of you that if society was to collapse right now in this very minute and the dollar would be worth nothing, there's a part of you that would go like, let's go. You're made for it. So I love to debate. Do you now? Do you love to debate? Well, there's your Libra energy. Around the age of 27 to 30, very tenacious debates you would have with people. Maybe until around that time you really didn't like it that much, because the 10th house tends to be what blossoms for people. With Scorpio energy here and a big dose of your moon coming into that space, this really speaks to you. Being really tenacious about it, right? Digging in, like not dropping it, grabbing every little angle, every little thing that you can to keep making your Scorpion point until you win the argument or arrive at an understanding. So you're good at persuading people, but perhaps too tenacious at times, and it can easily become overbearing, even come across as obsessive, draining you and the other person, as this is indeed what happens with Scorpio and Libra energy blending together in a day chart. And that North Node is in the 9th house as well. Yeah. That'll do it, donkey. Here's the North Node. It's shaped like a big ice cream scoop, where you just get one ice cream scoop. Thanks, North Node. I like that. Another one. All right. 3. Okay, that's enough. 4. Please stop. 5. Okay, this is too much. I can't make the most of all this ice cream. Too much opportunity to talk with people about what you believe. Too many ideas about, I could say this. I could say that. I could put it this way. And then that just makes it to where you write these really long things online and end up wasting hours of your time arguing with strangers about stuff. So that could be a thing with the North Node. Too much of it. You can win that argument. You can make your points. But is it really worth it? We don't want to seize every opportunity that the North Node brings our way. So I find myself saying that line from Shrek a lot too. Yes, that'll do it. Thank you, Eternal Mysteria, for the feedback. So don't let that Pluto and with Pluto involved too, that's obsession. Your new thing, whatever it is. If it's astrology, you're arguing with the world about astrology. If you just learned something about mushrooms or learned something about health stuff, you're arguing with that about everybody. Did you know that blue light causes doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop? That's what that is, which is really, really cool. I love Pluto. I've got Pluto by my ascendant, and I've got date chart Scorpio, and I've got Libra. So I'm speaking from my own life experience here to you about how overbearing we can be, okay, with our tenacity to an obsession in wanting to transform other people, particularly you with that Pluto in Libra. So don't get too caught up by being the force of change in the world, and indeed you are. You have a gift. Those conversations that you have with people, even if they don't agree with you, they likely had their worldview affected in a way that it'll never be the same. So you do have a superpower there. Chiron in Taurus. God bless you. So when Chiron is in Taurus or Scorpio, and with those planets you already have in Scorpio, you have probably attracted some negative themes with sexuality. Hopefully nobody's ever fooled around with you. My chart indicates that I would have been messed with as a kid. It never happened. I had parents in my life who were vigilant and all of that other stuff. But if you had a relative in your family who was not okay, this is them being drawn to circumstances being cultivated where they could take advantage of you. Hopefully it never happened. But if chances are, at least in your family, somebody had that type of an experience, and this is you learning about it and you being involved with that whole thing, right? So, for instance, my mom has her Chiron in the first house. She deals with all of the family's skeletons, right? And this is dealing with that. And so there's an extra focus on sexual themes here, especially with your Scorpio energy, bleeding back Scorpio to this Chiron and Taurus, both of those together, heavy theme. Many people's Chiron chains are associated with sexuality. This could also speak to just connectivity. Hard to form a deep and meaningful connection with your family, seeing how far away from nature and truth and spirituality your family's goals and traditions and lifestyle actually are, and then you saying like, no, we need to fix these things. We need to be better. We've got to put our feet in the grass, get some sunlight, let dogs sleep in our bed. I don't know, that kind of thing where, you know, you're pushing your family to connect back to nature, back to spirituality, kind of a thing. So, but at any rate, with this retrograde Chiron, hopefully nothing negative has ever happened for you. But this is just you having the gift at being able to be a healer in your home for your family. If your family doesn't want to grow, if your family doesn't want to heal, your roommates here, this is relationships becoming strained, even becoming broken. So it's like with your family, you either have authentic, real connections, or you perhaps have very strained or no connections with them, with that Chiron. This is you also having a love, Chiron retrograde, or not love, but luck, learning about your ancestry, your roots. I've seen Chiron retrograde in the 4th house, see a person disconnected from their roots. Multiple people who have read with this, they were adopted, cut off from their family roots. They learned that they were adopted. But this could also be you adopting. I'm estranged from my family. Thank you for opening up about that. But so that's again that pressure there. This doesn't mean that you'll always be estranged from them, and it also doesn't mean that you'll reconnect with them. What it means is that the people who you let into your home and the people who you make your family, allow to be your family, they better be authentic. They will be authentic if you want to be. So that's a gift at that. Teresa, hello, hello. So I struggle with my fam too. God bless you. So many spiritually developed people do in an age where spirituality and being authentic is frowned upon. So, y'all, we've got an eclipse happening tomorrow. Just heads up to everybody. I'll cast the chart for that, and we'll look at that. But thinking about where that's popping off for you. All right, I think I did a pretty thorough treatment here. Very, very, very dynamic public life. I don't know at all what you've been doing with your life over here. So fun. Whatever you're doing, expect to be surprised, okay, with Uranus in there. Your emotions are radical, they're deep, they're erratic, you get epiphanies, you have had to learn not to let them drive you around, but at the same time, not to ignore your powerful, powerful intuition. But you let your intuition inform you. You don't let it bully you, all right? And drag you around. Thank you so much for sharing your chart. I recommend red jasper. Red jasper. On the right and the left wrist, okay? Both of them for that sun and that moon. Needing some support. Actually, I would wear it more. Moon could always deal with some love, but your sun especially is not getting support in his position. So try it out on your right wrist and see how it dances, how it helps you out. Red jasper, right wrist. Don't wear it too often, all the time, as martial energy tends to be inflammatory for day chart folks. All right. Thank you again for sharing your chart. Oh, also, I like seeing Cancer Sagittarius blending together. What that speaks to is it's almost like you're at home when you're on the road. Do you enjoy like room service and living in hotels, traveling with people? That's like, it feels like you're more comfortable being on the move and being on an adventure, right? With that arrangement. At least I equate my Sagittarius moon and Sagittarius Cancer 9th house with that dynamic. And you love to travel with your friends, close friends. So, did you take the full thing of bread from the chicken? You did. Oh, she's asleep. She's totally asleep, y'all. Hi, baby. Is it too big? I'm sorry. Here, let me help you. Okay. Yes, road trips are the best. Thank you for reading. Thank you for sharing. What does the eclipse mean for everyone? Let's look that up, JD. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Where did I put it? Is that the first chart down here? No. I'll just cast the chart for right now. New chart. This is that same song again, except it's even more slowed. I like it. All right, we did a thorough eclipse reading last night for people's charts. We were doing some flash readings. That guy right there, or that Miss Saturn in Pisces is actually our saving grace for this eclipse, as she will be anchoring the sun here at 28 degrees and the moon. The last 2 degrees of Virgo belong to Saturn. So this means that planets within that space forming an aspect to her are supported. Mercury is the Lord of Virgo, sending back Libra energy to this eclipse. Libra and Virgo energy are 2 very edgy energies, right? They make people anxious. They make people worry about perfection, about walking sort of on eggshells and dealing with other people. Being mindful of the little things, reading into little things in conversation, or being insecure about wanting to control and weigh out all of the little things that we do. It's an energy of quite some intense indecision. Now, this is anchored by Saturn's location in Pisces over here. And that Saturn in Pisces being activated in the middle of all of this is indeed awareness of just how in some arena of life things just haven't been living up to snuff, you know? Things haven't been ideal. How far beneath the ideal we fall? How far from the mountaintop? How far from the ocean of our souls have we wandered in trying to build something in some arena of our lives? Saturn, with her access to the sea goat, connects us to realizing how our material circumstances don't really fulfill our souls and our hearts, our dreams. Retrograde, she's teaching you a hard lesson right now for this eclipse, reining it in, saying, okay, this is what's been going wrong. And this is how you've fallen short. This is how you've wasted your time. And you have so little time left. It's all very dark, very depressing, is the revelations that come from Saturn, which is why most people don't like Saturn things. But she's like that old grandma that you have who's pointing your finger at you going, your womb is gonna dry up and you're not gonna give me any grandbabies. Like that type of a revelation. Quite jarring, quite rude, and difficult. But don't wallow in shame or guilt or disappointment. Use them as a bridge to say, okay, that's where I'm at. All right, Grandma, thank you for letting me know. That is where I'm at. But where do we go from here? Which is where this eclipse comes into play. Oh, very nice. What is Virgo? Virgo is a way-making energy. Literally, like the elemental symbol of paths, turning in through a forest or something. So this is us finding our way through the forest of life, finding a way forward in the material sense. We're going to see a new way. This is a new way to start doing, a new way to start going in my life in order to truly draw out. And that is, what is an opposition? That's a full moon. The moon opposing the sun is a full moon. What happens in a full moon? Things come to fruition. They come to their fullest. And so this is fullness here, being drawn out of that Saturn. So despite the cold, despite the hard revelations, it's about looking at not wallowing in what we lack, wallowing in what's wrong, but seeing a way forward from where we presently stand to find real fulfillment. Hey, you know, maybe that dream that you had before, or the ideal thing as you see it, isn't like, again, having children. You don't have kids. It's too late to have kids, and now you're wanting kids or something like that. Okay, move forward. There are plenty of kids and plenty of young people, adults and teenagers who don't have supportive parents, who don't have people out there in the world that care about them, that want to build their lives up. So get out there and connect to some people. The fifth house doesn't just deal with your physical children, it deals with people you take under your wing. So if you're feeling an itch in your heart for some of that fifth house connection, why don't you go out there in a world filled with fatherless and motherless people and connect with them? Plenty of people have a mom or dad in name only. They don't have somebody there to really be a solar or a lunar influence for them. So a beautiful, soulful, spiritually connected person like the people in this chat, people interested in astrology and introspecting, building their lives up, they see, for instance, a way forward to scratch that Saturnian itch in this example. Is that your only chicken? She is not. We have 6 others out there, and she is my second oldest, one of my oldest girls. This is last night we had Margaret, and so now we have Little Red. And we're still clean up there. We're still clean. She's just standing up because she wants a treat. Happy bird. S'mores, where'd you go? What are you doing? She turned off my light in the back, or did I not even turn it on this whole time? Whoopsie daisy. So, lessons can be blessings, and blessings can be lessons. Well said, Teresa. That's a very wonderful thought beneath this Saturn energy here. So yeah, let yourself be sad, let yourself be disappointed, and then figure out why you're sad and disappointed, and then look for a way forward here. And this is a way forward. Some big changes here over the course of this next 2 weeks. A new moon speaks to a new chapter, a new way forward. Do you see a path forward? Look at this. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where is it? Did I not save it? It's not saved here. It's in announcements. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. I like this image. I like to make AI art using my understanding of archetypes and metaphysics. So I wanted to make something that spoke to this Virgo moon as she entered into it. And here we have, she was in Leo, and it was Leo touched Virgo, but Leo is still the sun. So we've got this solar energy here, and we've got the moon, and I told it to make a path, a way forward. So here's a path that's leading to a distant, beautiful, and fantastical place. And I didn't even ask it this, but it gave me a portal here. Look at this new portal, a new way forward. And for Virgo energy as well, look at that, a creeping vine. I didn't even tell it to do that, it just put it in there. And it made it turquoise. I said, give me turquoise and gold. Gold for the sun, turquoise for Virgo, green turquoise. And so it gave us that energy. And here we see this traveler with his courage and sense of justice, finding a new way forward, manifesting through the moon. And this is nice eclipse colored sky. But this is what we're, I think, all finding through this eclipse. A new way opening up, a new chapter, a new adventure. The path as we've known it up till now changing. In light of us realizing, hey, this is where I really want to go with my life. This is who I really want to be as a person. So, how's the astrology for October? I don't know. But I will say this, y'all. This is, it's been lovely reading with y'all tonight. I will be, maybe we'll give y'all a full breakdown of October's astrology in a breakdown. Was the Raven picture that you had on your AI? Oh yes, absolutely. I had that picture up. I should have already had it up for tonight's live as well. I have this up to support these planets right now. We have a lot of planets that are in need of Venus and Mercury support. Mercury is a raven. Venus is flowers. So I told it, give me a raven with flowers. And then I said, give me turquoise for the raven, for Mercury, and give me amethyst for Jupiter. It actually made the flowers here amethyst crystals, which is really cool, very fantastical. And it put the color in its feathers as well. I told it to do that. Look how detailed, so beautiful. Look at the eye right there. So cool. But I really do feel, I'm very sensitive to symbology and gemstones, and I feel a grounding by looking at this right now beneath this energy. This is available in general chat if you scroll up in Wonderland, where y'all can message me, like, where's that picture? But just putting this as a background on your phone right now through these through this eclipse and through these things, may actually, leaving it up on your computer or just in your environment, may evoke an energy, because there's an archetypal energy coming off of everything. This rat is giving away Virgo energy right now, Virgo Venus energy. Absolutely. What do you do? What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at her little legs, her little pants. It's like she's got these little chicken legs, little thighs. Go away. So, but yes, if y'all would like a keeping animals as pets, particular animals, putting backgrounds, wearing certain colors evokes these energies. So that's magic. It's magic. Interacting with metaphysics instead of merely observing it. And astrology is this window that lets us see how this matrix code is working and how it's connected to things. So I don't know about y'all, but I really do feel grounded just having this picture up, looking at it. I feel a grounding. Ooh, I wish I had it up all evening. So, who in here has not had their chart read yet? Who do we got? Teresa? I don't think I've read your chart tonight. Haven't looked at your transits in a while, Mr. JD. Can I see who's in here? Oh, I see I have 9 thumbs up from y'all. Thank you for liking the live. I had a Raymond Shaman card pulled yesterday, so it was so cool to see last night. Oh, interesting. Y'all, I'm going to be making a tarot deck. There's been a lot of studies, a lot of research that suggests that the modern tarot deck, how we know it, has been tampered with intentionally, like astrology. They're evoking the same archetypes, but they're putting a dark spin. They put a poison pill in there to draw out negative energy from them. There's a negative expression of every archetype. We could find that same energy for Mercury in a negative form. Like, for instance, they made the Jupiter and Gemini card a blindfolded person who's handcuffed. Very negative. Why would they do that? Why would they draw the negative side of Jupiter and Gemini out? Instead of Jupiter and Gemini perhaps being I immediately think of like a flock of scattering birds in the air. Truth flying into every direction. Various eagles, a swarm of multiple eagles pulling away from each other and scattering. That is that energy. Brave, inspiring, uplifting, not constraining. Teresa, did we save your chart in here? I'm falling asleep. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy too. Good night. Good night, Sagewood Stone. See you on the other side. The eclipse is popping tomorrow. I'll see if I don't know what's going to happen, but I may be able to be in Wonderland and talk to you all through it. New chart, 11. Good night, friend. 11/11, 1985, 8:33. Tacoma, Washington. Teresa, can you please let me know your birth date, time, not birthday, your age, and I'll tell you which of these houses is activated. For Mabon, I don't know what Mabon means. That's the last word that caught me. But for the eclipse, I'll ping y'all. I'll ping y'all if I'm in orbit. 8:23 p.m. at 39. No worries. I don't have to retype all that. I can just copy and paste. You turn the volume down. It is not your toy. All right. Ooh, Jupiter by your ascendant, age of 39, 36, 37, 38, 39, fourth house, perfection year, cusp of your fourth house, falling in the sign of... That's why. There we go. Cusp of your fourth house, falling in the sign of Virgo, activating this eclipse for you in your fourth house. New changes coming for your with your family. Oh, it was over. I thought the rat turned it down. My bad. What are you doing? You bite me. You biting me. She's biting my hand. Nibbling me. Mabon is the full equinox. It's one of the 8 sabbats. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, very interesting. Oh, the equinox is... well, the equinox isn't tomorrow. The equinox will be when the sun gets into 0 degrees of Libra, but that is interesting. Talk to you about that later, Sagewood. Have a great night. Thank you for explaining. Where does this rat keep crawling out of her cage? Why do I leave a way for it to crawl out? Look at that. What do you think she's feeling right now? What is this emotion? What is this experience? What are you doing? So, speaking of Virgo, we've got this Virgo energy right here. Celebrated over a 2 or 3 day period. Oh, okay. Just in time. Chill, playful, excited. I don't know. It is weird. I noticed subtle differences in her eyes. She's got a different energy right now. What is it? Get in there. And do not come back. You may not return. I'm closing you off. You're cut out. You're cut off. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Okay, fine. I'll let you back. Don't crawl on my keyboard. So, big changes in your home as Eclipse is center stage for you tomorrow in your home environment. A new way forward in your home environment. In light of your life aspirations, what do you really want out of life? Have you been getting it? Have you been living in light of what you think is really going to make you happy? That's what Saturn's going to be breathing down your neck and telling you right now. especially as the sun is in there. She's telling you that right now. And then this is you seeing changes that I make in my home environment, in dealing with my family. Time to make a new chapter in dealing with my family so that I can do what I want to do with my life, so that I can be the person who I want to be. You see, the 10th house isn't just where we end up arriving, it's who we end up becoming. And so this is you putting less stress. Well, I'm glad that you're experiencing less stress with now finally that this sun is supported, having moved into the 28th degree of Virgo. When the moon catches up, you should experience some relief as well. Amethyst is your friend, all right, at the end of this eclipse. But right now, this is beautiful. You should be seeing quite clearly and getting the opportunity to actually apply what you see to the changes that you want to make in dealing with your family, in processes in your home environment. Time to clean something. That's what that is, Virgo. Virgo loves to clean. Bringing order to your home, order to your family. I'd like less stress. Well, I don't exactly see, well, it is going to be supported, which speaks to some less stress. But my friend, you have Mars activated in both transiting and natal in your 4th house. You do have a night chart, which is good, but they're unsupported with Venus being in Scorpio. Scorpio and Libra, Mars energy in the 4th. That's a lot of stress to control everything, control everybody, control yourself, have arguments, get to the bottom of things. And so, amethyst, my friend, amethyst, and putting your feet in the God-blessed grass and laying out in the sun. If you don't take time to take your clothes off and go lay out in the sun, I'm talking about all your clothes, then, unless you absolutely can't do that because you're like in the city or something, but go out there, put some stuff around you, tell your kids, tell your family, mama's getting some sun time, you're gonna leave me alone. And you go out there and you soak it up and you receive that empowerment, you receive the grounding, you receive and unplug. No music, no chatting, no podcasts, no nada. Give yourself a good 20, 30 minutes, an hour outside without any chatter, without any noise. Allow your brain to just reset. Allow your stress to dissipate. You are in the city. All right, well, go somewhere where you can put your feet in the grass and take off as much clothes as possible. If the sun is indeed coming through an angle of the window for your bedroom where you can shut the door, take your clothes off and catch some full sun, I greatly, greatly advise it. The rays of the sun reaching parts of our body that we always cover with clothes actually revitalizes the mitochondria for those organs, your hips, your glutes, your everything. It heals it. So I would get that for you if you're looking for some support. That's my nightmare, getting fully sunburned, okay? So don't eat seed oils. That'll do that. But yes, doing that, again, no sunscreen, no sunglasses for just as long, until you start to I used to sunburn just 20 minutes, 30 minutes out in the sun. Now that I don't eat trash food, I can lay out there for an hour. I have to come in due to heat exhaustion, not because I'm getting sunburned. And I'm not getting sunburned. I'm not even toasting. Look at that. I'm still like white. Even though I'm getting all of this sun because my microbiome is processing the UV light. That's how that works. Anyway, that's my recommendation. Flowers. Put some flowers in your home. Just get some fresh flowers. Your family why are you setting up flowers? Because I wanted some flowers. But put some flowers in your home. That should bring some Venus energy. Very much the same how amethyst does. But yes, that's what this speaks to. And then these revelations in these new processes that you establish in your home, opening up the door for you to become who you want to be and perhaps reach for your dreams in a more meaningful and empowering way. That's what that looks like. So I'm sorry you've been stressed. I'm sorry that you're cooking down here with all this heat and all this mojo, and with Pluto being activated too in Scorpio. God bless you. Lots of change. Lots and lots of change. But, in the middle of crisis, rest is still an option. It's just an art form, like that soldier in the trenches who finds time to sleep with his helmet and enjoys playing cards and, taking time to smoke a cigarette, whatever. Find a way to just be that person who's like, and you are already with Scorpio. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, Full Metal Jacket. But that, achieving that attitude and that perspective on your circumstances is likely sort of the path for you right now. So, what about the 5th house at 40? Well, very much the same. Lots of pressure and cooking and changes in terms of you reaching for, well, what makes you happy. What are you doing? My niece brought me this rock she found outside, like broken off of an old vase, and she's like, "It's a fossil." I didn't want to break her little heart and tell her it's not a fossil. She thinks it's a fossil. But so the rat was just dragging this rock. What are you doing? You want a rock? What is this? It's funny. Maybe I need to give her a rock. I'm finally able to sit and listen, stop multitasking. I don't know how long you're going, but if possible, I'd want to check out my dad's eclipse chart. You know what? Let's just do it. I've got nothing tomorrow. Let's do it. I wanted to unplug, but I like Faraday. You're a beautiful soul, and there's only 7 of us in here, so we'll just cook. Faraday plus. Oh, give me your dad's chart. Give it to me. And y'all, such requests are always easier if you cast the chart in the thingamabob, but I know that you're at work and multitasking. So give me your dad's info. And for whenever Teresa, coming around your 5th house perfection year, you, my friend, are going to want an red jasper. Red jasper is probably already an amazing stone for you in a night chart with all those Scorpio placements, but you're going to want that on your left and right wrist, either or, with your sun and your moon dancing with each other in the 5th. And romance. You have all this stress and pressure. Make love, make romance, get Eros involved. You have way too much in your astrology right here in multiple angles to not be having very passionate romantic connection if you can at all make that connection. This is you needing to blow off that steam. That steam builds up for you and it's got to go somewhere over and over and over again. So seeking that connection, and seeking not just the connection of the physical experience and all of that stuff and the blowing off of steam, but realizing, have a goal, have a mission as a Scorpio here and a Libra. Have your mission and say, hey, my mission is to make my home better. My mission is to build up my health. My mission is to connect with my partner, whom I love. So keep that mindset. But that's my recommendation to you, especially over this next year. You're going to be feeling super duper revved up. And also with your Mercury, as Mercury makes its way into crossing your natal Mars and into Scorpio, that should be happening. So good luck. 9/11, all right. 9/11, 1948. Oh, you got an older dad. 17, Milwaukee, 1700. Thank you for doing the math on his perfection year. Oh, we need to look up his eclipse. Mercury's his time lord. Mercury's in both locations to not be stirring things up, but indirectly activating this eclipse in his 8th house, South Node by Virgo. Okay, interesting. This eclipse in his 8th, a new way forward, a new way of giving things as a father, providing material support, a new way forward of just managing his life responsibilities, how he needs to do that, what he ought to do, what he thinks he should do, making a plan for helping other people forward, but a new chapter in connecting with other people's life responsibilities, getting resources from them or giving resources to them, either of time or material value. Man needs to connect with nature right now. Tell him to go walk out in nature, get his feet in the grass and all that fun stuff. He should have some powerful opportunity to start a new form, sort of connection with nature, talking with animals and all that fun stuff with Mercury in here. He probably already loves doing so, but I bet he doesn't give himself enough time with a Virgo and Leo and Virgo and Libra energy. He's been a very helpful person to lots of people, hasn't he? Very, very helpful guy. And his mind just goes there. He worries about other people, about what he can do to help them. Interesting. Especially as an Aquarius. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Man's gonna, hey, he's going through some changes. Time to change his health, change his physical body, make sure that he's staying on top of his diet, because that's not cool. That is not cool for somebody who's not been taking care of themselves, or maybe in a place of stress. I notice his Uranus is the active planet in the 5th, squaring this eclipse. Let's see. Good eye. It's in his 4th, not his 5th. Oh, no, this Uranus is. His natal Uranus. Oh, okay. It's Cancer energy. There you go. So, his children. The square's a weak square from his natal Uranus. It is popping that Venus, though. And so his daughter. Interesting. Ah. Yes. Developments in his surprising developments in his relationship, epiphanies about how he can connect with his daughter, opportunities to do so, forming a square, putting him to work in wanting to connect with you. He's, let's see. But I saw circles, and that's what made me think Abe should check this out. Is it good or bad circles? What circles? What are we looking at? I don't ever look at this. I don't even look at this in the middle. What do you mean circles? Y'all, every time I find a cute man, he's freaking married. WTH. Okay? Isn't your Mars retrograde? Is that the deal? Support that Mars. Don't give up. Don't give up. Remember we talked about you had some good astrology this year for finding some luck. Good on you for not going after a married man. Okay. Hey, how'd that firefighter thing go? So Faraday, what are you talking about circles? What do you mean? Changes with his resources, his investments, something he's wanting to do with his life, realizing that where he wants his resources, his estate, where it needs to go, where it's going to end up, perhaps. Oh no, I fell asleep for the first time. Please don't take down the video, Abe, so we can watch the rest. I will not take down the video. No screenshots of my mishap. Okay. I don't know how it's spelled, the circles. It brings gifts usually, but every so often when she's active, she brings misfortune. Ceres. You're talking about Ceres. Natal Ceres is indeed forming a sextile. Yeah, good eye. This is him thinking it's his job to be helpful to his relationships and help out. It's forming a sextile to the sun right there. So him, life responsibilities, paving the way that he's put on himself in his relationships, paving the way to him seeing and taking on a new chapter of taking on other people's responsibilities and helping them. And this is going to put some pressure on his life resources in the second house, or vice versa. No worries, no worries. Pardon for reading circles. I thought you were leaving out the L. Oh my. Man's got Chiron and Scorpio in the 9th house. I'd like to talk to, and Mars by the South Node. Yeehaw! I'd like to talk to him about his worldview. I bet your dad does not share with you some of the very edgy things that he sees about the world. And maybe he does, because you might be pretty close to him over here. With that Venus in his 7th house. His daughter's his bestie. Good night, Anna Banana. Good night, good night. And y'all, on that note, I think I'm going to sign out as well. Wonderful connecting with you tonight. Oh, I'd love to meet your dad. Jupiter in Leo and Jupiter in Sagittarius in the 11th house. Oh, he is everybody's friend when he meets him for the first time, isn't he? Fun guy. With a Capricorn moon, definitely not a pushover. He's generous, but he doesn't let people walk on him. Nice. So hopefully that was insightful about your dad, Faraday. Thank you very much for sharing his chart. Y'all, good luck with this eclipse. Hope everybody gets some lovely sleep tonight. Rest up, rest up, rest up. Don't feel stressed with changes and big pressure that comes. Just, go with the flow. See how things unfold. So let the chips fall, right? Do what you can influence and don't worry about the things that you can't influence. All right? So I thought he'd be a good resource with his health knowledge. Basically been in college since the 60s. Interesting. Thank you. He and I just had a long heart-to-heart, and this helped. Makes me glad. And I will say, double whammy right here, with Venus transiting his 7th house and Venus in his 7th house. His daughter, you are one of his closest friends, for sure. Sleep good, Hall. You too, JD. Y'all. I knew you meant y'all. So, good night, Teresa. God bless you all, and good luck in your circumstances. Meaning, may you be blessed with opportunity and the wisdom and courage to make the most of it. So, I'll perhaps see y'all tomorrow in Wonderland, if not, definitely on Monday. So, the eclipse will be at 2:30 something Central Time. Hold on, I'll just go up to our chart spam from last night. We did eclipse readings. 2:41 p.m. Central Time is whenever it's going to pop. So for you, it will be 1:41. So that's when the eclipse is popping off. So good luck, everybody. God bless you in your circumstances. And if you have any more questions, shout out to me in Wonderland. Thanks for joining. I know there's a bit of a delay, so I'm going to wait a second for y'all to catch the message.